This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
And good afternoon and welcome to the final night of the 22nd annual Clopton Invitational here on TribCast. Mark Froelich, April Froelich in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth getting ready for two games. We're just going to do the consolation and the third place game because none of our teams advanced this year into the championship game. It's kind of, been a little disappointing. Last night, only one of our TribCast teams came out victorious, and that was Louisiana in the consolation game. Silex fell in the third place game, and Clopton fell in the championship to Monroe City. Monroe City, a chance to sweep the Clopton tournament. Both of their teams, boys and girls, came in as number one seeds, and they've played like it throughout this tournament. And then you've got that Cinderella from Wellsville in the championship game against Monroe City coming into that game as the sixth seed in this tournament.
And they've been able to adapt to all their opponents. They knew what to do against Clopton. They slowed the game down against Louisiana. So I would imagine they have a pretty solid game plan going into this tonight with Monroe City. So
that leaves a consolation game between a 3 and a 4 seed.
Right.
And a third place game between a 2 and a 5 seed.
Right.
It just sounds weird when you've got the 6th seed in the championship game, which we've seen in the past. Clopton has gone into championships from lower seeds, but tonight we're just going to be doing two games on the final night of this 2018 Clopton tournament, and we'll start it off with this consolation game between your 3-seed Clopton Hawks and the 4-seed Winfield Warriors. Similar records: 4-7 for the Hawks, 5-6 now for Brian Kimes' Winfield Warriors. This is the first time we've had Winfield on TribCast this week, as they've been playing those other school opponents in the early rounds. So good to see Coach Kime, and good to have Winfield. We got a lot of friends at Winfield on TribCast here tonight. We'll take a quick break here on the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame. More from the Clopton Invitational after this on thepeoplestribune.com. If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Many of us look for ways to save energy, but be smart. Don't take safety shortcuts. Quiver River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a downed power line. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water. Don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
This is Kim Gam, RN, Certified Diabetes Educator and Coordinator of the Pike County Diabetes Counseling Program. Diabetes self-management education is designed to help you understand the disease and learn to manage it. Our nationally recognized program provides quality education and covers all aspects of diabetes management, from basic to advanced skills. For more information, contact the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at 573-324-2111.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
And welcome back inside the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Men's championship night here at the Clopton Invitational, getting ready for the consolation game between the 3-seed Clopton Hawks and the 4-seed Winfield Warriors. And for Clopton, it was just bad luck. They were the first victims of that Wellsville magical run to the championship game. And and like you said in the open, Wellsville has just game planned very well in this tournament. Steve Lassman, we remember him from coaching the Louisiana Bulldogs. Well, it's been quite a while ago now.
Yeah.
But he's got that Dick Vitale look to him, and apparently is a pretty good tactician when he's got the players around him that'll buy into that system.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure coming into this tournament, that's a lot to prove. Because you got Louisiana's and that floating around in here. So I can see how they'd come in here with a bit of a chip on their shoulder and really want to put it to some of these teams.
Sure. And it's amazing that, they really didn't have the same look in the opening round as they did in the
went a whole different route.
Yeah, they really did. And just stayed calm. It just never really seemed to – they never seemed to get rattled. They got the lead early and held on to it. Even when, Clopton would have a surge or Louisiana would have a surge, they just maintained, stayed the course.
And Clopton comes into this ball game after that opening round loss. They battled back in a very tough contest with Ken Jett's Silex Owls over in the old gym. And if you're the host of a tournament and you're playing in the old gym, all you want to do is win that game and get back to your home gym, your everyday gym, and that's what they did. A 3-point victory in a very rough and tumble game, very fast-paced game, and they had their moments where they would get disorganized, but they'd always spring back in that one. And when it counted, they were very good from the free throw line and put together just enough to beat that Silex team. And Coach Craig Smith said it. That's the best Silex team that he's coached against in his tenure here at Clopton. So that's a pretty big compliment to Coach Ken Jett and his Owls.
Yes. Well, I know in the beginning of the season when I talked to him, I asked if, the Owls would get back to that fast-paced kind of play, and he said absolutely. That was what they planned to return to, and just letting the kids exploit their own strengths. If whatever they were good at, then that's what they were going to do, rather than trying to make them fit a mold. He kind of lets them be who they are. So.
And there's a few exceptions. I wish we could get a 4 quarters of top-notch Brandon Peasold. If they could get that, boy, they'd be one of the top teams in the EMO conference, and that's just a kind of coach and player figuring out what is that strength, I think, and using it for 4 quarters. Yep. We see Coach Craig Smith. He is in his championship night suit, talking to the referee Trent Crenshaw there, black on black with the black and red tie. That's championship night, Craig. As we get ready for this one, this is the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame. We're about 7.5 minutes away from the tip-off of our Consolation Championship game on thepeoplestribune.com.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices, and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. in Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours, and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Deb Olson. Our pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all of your banking needs. Stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the banking difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
And welcome back to the 22nd Annual Clopton Invitational, presented on TribCast by the Clopton Hawks Booster Club. And getting ready for 2 games on championship night. We'll start with Consolation, then we'll have the third place game. The final game of the night won't be on TribCast, the championship between Monroe City and Wellsville. Congratulations are in order to the Bowling Green teams. They both beat Knox County last night in the final round of the Highland Tournament. The boys was for Consolation. Girls, I can't remember if that was Consolation or third place.
I think it's third place, but I can't.
That Highland Tournament, though, was stacked this year. A lot of good basketball teams out there. So Bowling Green grabs a win, both against Knox County in that final round last night. So congratulations to them. And we'll see them coming up real soon again. And then we've got Bowling Green tournament before we know it.
Yeah, I know. It's going to go fast.
Yeah, it already has gone fast. Let's take a look at our Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups for this ball game. Check out all the services your Pike County Health Department offers at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, neighbors helping neighbors.
Oh, goodness. For the number 4 seeded Winfield Warriors, coached by Brian Keim, it'll be number 10, Bryant Reeves. He is a sophomore getting the start tonight. Senior, number 22, Carter Bauer. Junior, number 24, Colin Sutton. Number 30, John Hogan. He is a senior. And number 32, Ian Pruitt, a junior for this Winfield Warriors team. So again, it will be Reeves, Bauer, Sutton, Hogan, and Pruitt. And and for the number 3 seeded Clopton Hawk, coached by Craig Smith, it'll be number 15, Landon Hall, the 6'2 senior. 6'1 sophomore, number 22, Sean Yates. 6'1 senior, number 24, Parker Edmiston. Number 33, Dalton Struss. He is a 5'9 sophomore. And number 42, Damian Walker, a 6'1 junior. So again, for Clopton, it will be Hall, Yates, Edmiston, Struss, and Walker.
Those are your Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all the services your health department offers at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, neighbors helping neighbors. We've got the Consolation Championship, the first game of 2 tonight on TribCast coming up. It's the number 3 seed Clopton Hawks against the number 4 seed Winfield Warriors, and it's coming up next on thepeoplestribune.com.
This is TribCast, coverage of high school basketball. Action from the hardwood on thepeoplestribune.com is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, Spring Valley Accounting Services, the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice, by Lynn's Heritage House, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Walsh Card in Bowling Green, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, by Orff Construction, Young Enterprises Incorporated, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, La Crosse Lumber Company, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction. Basketball on TribCast is also brought to you by Dieter's Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, Community State Banks of Missouri, Abel's Quick Shops, by Hayden's Motorsports Center, the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Penrod Real Estate, People's Bank and Trust, by Bowling Green Lumber, Airco Convenience Centers, Pike County Title Company, by Family Health Pharmacies, Mid-America Auto and Towing, and by the Bib Beach Funeral Homes, LLC. Now, coverage of high school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper. This
is TribCast. There's the horn. We're just about ready for our Consolation Championship between the Clopton Hawks and the Winfield Warriors here from the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Championship night for the men here. And the team's returning to their benches, about to have introductions. It'll be Clopton in their road whites and Winfield in their road blacks. Home whites, road blacks. I think I said road whites a minute ago. Anyway, I got it right now.
I knew what you meant.
We'll take a break, come back with your Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
The law office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the law office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Louisiana, Bowling Green, and Clopton schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Ryan Pitzer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. We're at work while your athletes are at play.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your New Holland agriculture equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Hawks being introduced, Winfield already introduced, and we're just about ready for our Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. Lacrosse Lumber Company getting the job done. And Struce, the final starter to be introduced. Winfield is in the center circle for our Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip. It'll be Carter Bauer jumping center for Winfield. And who's going to take the circle for Clopton? It'll be Landon Hall. They shake hands or slap hands. The referees carefully zipping and folding their jackets, building to the suspense, or adding to the suspense here before the tip-off of this Consolation Championship. A fist bump between the officials, and we're ready to go. Two-man crew for this Consolation game. We'll have three the rest of the night. Lacrosse Lumber Company opening tip. Is in the air, and it's won by Hall. Back to Sean Yates. Yates for the Hawks. To the near side for Edmiston. That's Parker, who gets it back to the big man, Damian Walker. Walker gets it to Struce. To the near side, Edmiston for three, and that one's offline. And the rebound pulled down by number 24, Colin Sutton. And then he's backed into by Damian Walker. Going to be Walker's first foul, and the first foul against the Hawks. So the first possession for the Hawks comes up empty. Has anyone scored on their first possession in this tournament?
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe Monroe City Girls at some point. They seem to score at will.
Yeah, but not in the opening round. I can't remember the semifinal.
With it on the near side is Bryant Reeves. Back to Sutton on the far side into the corner. And up top again. Reeves hands it off for John Hogan. Back to Sutton. And around far side for Hogan. Into the corner, they get it back inside for Hogan. Good defense. How is there not a travel or a foul there, or a tie-up? Not sure. The shot's no good, and here comes Struce across the stripe. Dalton hands it off for Landon Hall. Back to Dalton Struce. Struce up top for Damian Walker. He'll hand it off for Parker Edmiston. Edmiston to Struce. Had the three, steps inside, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound goes to Hall. He hands it to Yates, and he's mugged. Not sure if they're going to get Sutton or Carter on that, or Bauer. They give it to Sutton, his first and the team first. So Yates will head to the line. And his first shot is good. So Clopton ahead 1-0.
I've seen some terrific free throw shooting teams and some kind of pitiful free throw shooting this week.
Well, we started 50%. Hopefully we go up from there. To the near side corner in a 1-0 game. They get it into Hogan. Hogan back to Pruitt. With Hall over him, he goes to Reeves. Reeves will back out. Gets it into Colin Sutton. Sutton off the glass is good. Colin Sutton gives Winfield their first 2 points. Hall into the front court to Dalton Struce. Struce trying to get it back to Hall. It was tipped and stolen by Colin Sutton. He goes to the hoop and scores. All 4 points for Colin Sutton. Here's Edmiston with it. Parker gives it back to Landon Hall. Now to Yates. Down in front of us here in the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Back to Hall. Around to Struce on the far side. Dalton hands it to Parker Edmiston. Gives it back. Now to Yates. Near side for Hall. He's going to go baseline. Shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound knocked out. All the way into the backcourt, and it's going to go all the way out of bounds back to Clopton. 5:16 to go in the first.
I don't think I've ever seen a rebound go that far.
I think there was a couple of touches made on it. Here's Edmiston, cut off from the baseline by Carter Bauer. Gets it back to Landon Hall at the top. He says, Sean, go over there. He's forced all the way to the corner, almost goes out of bounds, and gets it back to Sean Yates. Yates crosses over to the free throw line, over to the far side for Parker Edmiston. Now to Dalton Struce. Struce back to Landon Hall. Hall off some contact, puts up a shot at short, and the rebound pulled in by Ian Pruitt for the Warriors. They'll hand it ahead for Bryant Reeves. Reeves to Carter Bauer. Always a Bauer on a Winfield team, isn't there?
Yes.
For a long time, it was the Balls.
Yep.
Now it's the Bauers. Struce has to put on the brakes. That's a double dribble on Sean Yates. And into the ball game comes number 44, Zach Evans. He'll replace Dalton Struce. Coach Craig Smith trying to build the confidence of the freshman. Take a little pressure off him by taking him out of that starting 5, but he's in early. He plays a lot. Zach Evans knocked out of bounds by Walker on the far side. Did that go off the girl in the front row?
I believe so.
The way she's reacting, I think she may have gotten plunked off the head. It went all the way back to the far corner. Here's Reeves with it. Into the offensive end. They try and work it inside to Hogan. Pass wasn't clean, so they'll have to kick it back out to Reeves. With it now is Pruitt. Pruitt's little floater no good. And the ball was stripped away from Hall, but he tried to get another fingertip on it, so it's going to stay with Winfield. 3:44 to go. Past the midway point of the first quarter. Not a whole bunch going on. 4-1. Winfield lead. Here's Reeves. Thought about the three. Gives it back to Sutton. He's got all 4 points. Now for Pruitt. And to Reeves again. Oop. Almost turned it over. Gives it back to Hogan. Hogan to the free throw line. Go through the lane. Got himself through the lane. And has his first 2 points tonight. That one knocked out by Sutton on the far side. And Landon Hall will have to inbound. He just needs somebody to throw it to. Yates is that man. Hawks just the 1 point on the Yates free throw. Here's Hall. Landon Hall to the hoop. No, but a foul will send Landon to the line to shoot a pair. So Reeves picks up his first personal. Nearly 5 minutes gone in this consolation game, and Hall puts the first one in. Second shot, good as well. Hall was very good shooting free throws against Silex the other night.
Well, that's good. If they give you the opportunity, you need to take advantage.
Sutton hands it off for Reeves. To the near side, thinking about three with Ian Pruitt. Gets it back up top to Reeves. Now on the far side for Hogan. To Sutton. Sutton baseline, kicks it back near side for three. That one is off the mark by Ian Pruitt, and the rebound pulled in by Zach Evans. Z-A-K-K. I think we've got at least three Zach's playing tonight, and all three are spelled differently. Oh, great strip from behind by Landon Hall, as all Carter Bauer was thinking about was the dunk. He didn't even have the ball when he went up there.
I didn't see the strip happen. I had my view obscured, and all of a sudden he's up there with no ball.
Yeah. And now we've got a travel on Carter Bauer. The senior, a little frustrated on that possession. Here's Yates with it in the backcourt to Landon Hall. Back to Zach Evans. Evans going to take it across the line. Has a little trouble, has to give up his dribble, and now floats it back to Sean Yates. Yates over to Hall. Bothered by Hogan, he hands it off to Yates. Back to Hall. Fake the three, goes through the lane. Off the glass, no, but he'll head back to the line to shoot another pair. Clopton yet to hit a shot from the field. All three of their points from the free throw stripe. It was on Bauer, so his frustration continued all the way down the court, didn't it?
Yes, it did. We'll have to get that settled down. He is the leader of this team.
Peyton Sambo comes into the ball game. As Hall hit the first one. And the second shot is good as well. 5 of 6 are from the line are the Hawks. 4 for 4 is Hall, and it's a 1-point game. There's Reeves from the far side for the three.
That was perfect.
Here's Hall again. Back to Sean Yates. Back up top for Hall. Hall hands it to Sambo. Sambo back to Landon Hall. Sambo was knocked off the court by Bauer there. Nowhere near the ball. Hall loses control, scoops it, and it's going to be saved by Damian Walker.
Wow. Looky there.
Feeds it inside for Edmiston, and Parker scores.
Very nice.
First shot to go down while the clock is running for the Hawks. Now another three from the far side. It's long. And on the rebound, what do we have? A foul on the floor. They're going to give it to Edmiston. Yep. He must have hooked the arm trying to gain position for that rebound. Bounce pass goes to the far side for Pruitt. He has to regroup. Big collision between Sambo and Reeves. It goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Warriors. 42.2 seconds to go in this first quarter. Reeves into the corner for Carter Bauer. Knocked away. Hall has been so good at reading passes in this tournament. Here comes Struess replacing Edmiston. Evans getting ready to check back in, and they'll let him check in now for Damian Walker.
Well, Damian Walker's been contributing well. He's a couple of rebounds and an assist.
And a save. Sutton off the glass and good. He's got 6 points here in this quarter. Sambo to Hall. Down to 20 seconds. Back to Sambo, and they're across the line. Ooh, that's over and back. A backcourt violation against the Hawks. And this is one of those streaks I was talking about in the pregame where they just get a little out of sorts.
Right.
You just got to reel it back in, and luckily the quarter is just 10 seconds away. Here's Reeves. Spins to Carter Bauer, down to 5 seconds. 4. Here's a 3 from way outside, no good. And the rebound. How's there no foul on that? 7-11 is our score. Clopton on the short end after the first 8 minutes. We'll take a break, come back with more of the 22nd annual Clopton Invitational after this.
Hi, this is Christine Rutherford of People's Bank and Trust in Bowling Green. At People's Bank and Trust, we don't think our responsibility to the community should end when we leave the bank each day. You see, at our community bank, we volunteer for many charitable organizations and civic activities, as well as cheer on our hometown teams. Pride in our community is important to us here at People's Bank and Trust. Come see us at one of our convenient locations, Bowling Green, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, or Ellsbury. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
TribCast coverage of high school basketball is brought to you in part by Spring Valley Accounting Services, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Dieter Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Airco Convenience Centers, Pike County Title Company, and by Mid-America Auto and Towing. More high school basketball is coming up. This is TribCast.
Scoring report brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, A.K. and Kent Feeds, Ascaro DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more. YoungEnterprisesInc.com. For the Hawks, 7 points total, 4 of them from Landon Hall, a point for Sean Yates, 2 for Parker Edmiston. Edmiston's the only shot to go down from the field over the first 8 minutes, as Clopton 4 of 5 shooting free throws. Winfield did not shoot a free throw. Here's a 3 from the far side. It's short. Evans the rebound. They did not shoot a free throw in the first quarter. Only 1 foul or 2 fouls against the Hawks, both on the floor. They have 2 points from John Hogan, 3 from Bryant Reeves, and 6 points from Colin Sutton. And the ball goes to the floor again. Hall picks it up to Struess. Back to Landon Hall. Scoring update brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Boy, they're letting them get away with a lot of contact on Landon Hall. Little floater, no good. Put back Carter Bauer is good. Hall gets it to Evans. Evans really had to muscle to make that play, and he gets it to fall for his first 2 points tonight. Pruitt to Carter Bauer, and a charge called against Bauer. That's going to frustrate him a little more, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yates getting ready to check back in for the Hawks. Dalton Struess takes a seat. Bauer checks out. He's replacement number 34, Charlie Rhodes. Sambo gives it to Yates. Bounce pass, one too many, and a kick by Sutton. That's going to save the possession for the Hawks. That's where Yates in a year or two is just going to go up and over the top of that defender, lay it in. He's got the ability, he just needs the confidence. Hall with Sutton and Evans tangled up in front of him. He's just going to take it out and start over. Landon Hall still with it into the corner. A 3-ball is up a little too long, and on the rebound, we're going to have a foul as Sutton put Evans on the floor. That's going to be the second foul on Colin Sutton. And again, that saves a Clopton possession. They give it to Evans, hands it back to Hall. He's going to go center of the lane, cut off there. Evans is put on the floor, a hip check, and a travel called. Didn't call Sutton for this one. About to put the freshman head over heels, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
And now losing the ball is Reeves to Yates. Bauer getting ready to check back in for the Warriors, as well as Damian Walker. That'll be after a timeout taken by Craig Smith. 5:46 to go in the first half. This is the Clopton Tournament on TribCast.
Dude, you look different.
Well, my body is glowing gold.
No, it's not that. Did you get a new shirt?
No, I joined the Fuel Rewards program at Shell and got instant gold status. I save 5 cents a gallon on every fill every day.
No, did you lose weight?
Get rewarded with instant gold status at Shell. Join the Fuel Rewards program now at fuelrewards.com/gold. Restrictions apply. Active gold status required. Introductory offer valid for 6 months after activation. Limit 20 gallons at participating Shell stations. See fuelrewards.com/gold for full details.
Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, Ryan V. Bibb and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
Well, we'll see if that affects Carter Bauer. It looked like he had a floor burn on his hand or something. Had to get some attention from Mr. Pitzer and the PCMH trainers. Sambo fouled before the shot. And that's the first on Charlie Rhodes. If it were Charlie Rose, he'd be a little more handsy.
Oh, funny. Well, not funny. It's darkly funny.
I'll hold you to it. It was funny. Here's Landon Hall. Gives it off for Sean Yates. To Parker Edmiston. Edge of the free throw line. That shot is up and good for Landon Hall. And that makes it a 2-point game. Hall's first from the field. He's got 6 points in the game. And with it is Pruitt over to the far side for Reeves. Work it inside for Rhodes. His shot off the glass too hard, but he's fouled. That'll be the first free throw shots for Winfield tonight. They're going to give it to Hall, his first. Just the third foul against the Hawks.
Already, Clopton playing a much more disciplined game than they did in that opening round against Wellsville.
Rhodes has one more. Bauer back in for Hogan. He's long on the second one, but Sutton knocks it back, and they restart the possession. Chance to make it a 3 or 4 point possession as Bauer has it. Center of the lane and kicked out of bounds back to the Hawks. Charlie Rhodes couldn't get the pass clean, and into the ball game comes Michael Wright to replace Damian Walker for Clopton. Got Louisiana and Wright City coming up next for third place in this tournament. Sambo gives it to Hall. He's across the line to Peyton Sambo. Sambo back to Hall again. Ooh. Going to be a 1-and-1 for Hall. And we've got an injured Warrior away from the play. Rhodes did something to his ankle. The foul is on Ian Pruitt, as that got a little testy, that exchange between he and Landon. I was looking at the foul. I don't know. I'm guessing he just rolled it, right?
I think so. What is Pitzer going to get out of his bag? Tape.
Just tape?
And looks like, is there going to be, I guess there's some blood.
Oh. He didn't put the gloves on. The shot's good, so Hall earns the second. So you can tell there's blood when Ryan puts the gloves on first. Oh, he missed one. Now he's just 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Little floater off the glass and good for Ian Pruitt, his first 2 points. Makes it a 3-point game. Sambo with it on the far side. He'll have to go to the dribble. Gets it to Wright. Now to Hall. Landon crosses over, finds a little bit of room. Sambo with it now. Over to Yates. Sean to Parker Edmiston. Parker tries to find some room, scoops it. How did that go in? I thought that was going to miss by a foot. Instead, Parker, with his second basket, has 4 points. Back to Sutton. 3:28 to go in the first half. Ian Pruitt comes near side for Bauer. Chasing Newman into the ballgame. It would make more sense if he was Newsom. That shot off the mark. And the rebound picked up by Landon Hall. Been awfully good rebounding in this tournament as well. Landon fouled on the floor, and that's going to be the third, I think, on Sutton. At least he's the one that looked guilty. And he is the one called. So between that ankle injury and now 3 fouls for Sutton, it's going to test the depth for Coach Keim and the Winfield bench. That shot's good. So he earns the second.
I would imagine Brian Keim saying, stop fouling 15.
Sutton's out of the ball game for now. And the second shot good. They've got too many points on the Clopton side, I think. Nope, they're right. Edmiston cut off on the backside. And a travel called against Winfield.
Yeah, who traveled?
Yeah, they called the travel. Here's Walker. Just back into the ball game to Hall. Hall back up top for Peyton Sambo. Sambo gives it to Yates. He'll try the three. That one's offline. And the rebound picked up by Winfield. Newman ahead to Pruitt off the glass. No good. Put back Bauer. No good. Another rebound goes to the floor, and it's finally picked up by Peyton Sambo for the Hawks. Here comes Hall with 2:25 to go in the first half. State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime is coming up. A 2-point game, Clopton. Ball goes back. Walker. He always looks like a lineman going for a fumble, you know? Edmiston to Yates. Now to Hall. Minute 55 to play in the half. Back to Yates.
Walker, Clopton Ranger.
Sambo. To Hall, now to Yates. Yates looking for room. He gives it back to Hall for three. It's long. That hit the support system, so it'll go back to Winfield with 1:32 to play in the half.
Just a little off.
You don't see many of those wires around much anymore,
No.
the ones that go forward. That one off the glass and in for John Hogan. He's got 6 points all of a sudden. Back to a 4-point advantage, and now a foul on the far side. That's going to go on Chase Newman. And that'll put Peyton Sambo on the line, looking for his first point tonight. It'll be a 1-1, the last 1-1. Clopton will shoot this half. And the shot is no good. Here's Reeves with it. Bryant into the front court. Lob pass inside and can't connect with Carter Bauer. 1:07 to play, and the Hawks will try again to get a little bit closer. Here's Edmiston. Back for Yates. To Landon Hall. Hall. 55 seconds to go. Back to Yates again. Yates to the free throw line. Kicks it back to Walker. Good spin move by Damian. Here's a three. That one's good. Sean Yates makes it a 1-point contest here with 36 seconds to go, and it's kicked out of bounds. So a 4-point game after one, now a 1-point game in the final just over half minute of the first half. With it is Hogan to Reeves. 30 seconds to go. Back up top for Pruitt. Pruitt angles to his right, now back to the top of the key for Hogan and to Bauer. Bauer. And a timeout taken by Coach Kime with 15.7 seconds to go. 20-19. Winfield leads here in the late stages of the first half. This Consolation Championship on TribCast.
Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green and Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the Square in Bowling Green, and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your Exmark professional turf care equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
15.7 seconds to go. Dalton Struce came back in during the timeout. They go all the way back to Reeves in the backcourt. He's across the line again, hounded by Sean Yates, down to 8 seconds. Yates gives it off for Hogan to the near side. Pruitt for 3. That's off the mark. Bauer the rebound, and he won't get a return shot. We've played 2 here in the Clopton Tournament Consolation Championship. Reached the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime here on the peoplestribune.com. We'll be back with first half numbers after this. 1-point game after 2 on TribCast.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy power from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, you help power your community. How? Quiver River belongs to the people it serves. With people like you in charge, you know decisions about your power are made with you in mind, your community too. What kind of decisions? Sending you a check when there's money left after expenses, holding down rates, helping you save, serving your community. Good for you, power for your community. Quiver River Electric, owned by those we serve.
Pike County Home Health can provide skilled home health services for homebound patients of Pike County. I'm Peggy Summers. Our agency offers a team approach with a registered nurse coordinating needed services. Home health services include skilled nursing, home health aid, social services, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and a certified diabetic program. We do dressing changes, IV therapy, monitor medications, do diabetic foot care, and many other services.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we gotta bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Shucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Shucard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, we played two quarters here from the Clopton Tournament Consolation Championship, and the Hawks trail the Winfield Warriors by just a solitary point, 20-19, after outscoring Winfield in that second quarter. 12-9. So through the first 16 minutes, pretty even ball game. Not a whole lot going down from the field for Clopton, but they've been pretty good from the free throw line through the first two quarters. They were 4 of 5 shooting free throws in the first quarter. Second quarter, 3 of 5, so 7 of 10 from the game. Just 1 of 2 are the Warriors. So that means that Clopton's not fouling a whole bunch. Just 3 fouls total in the first half of the ball game. On the other side of the ledger, 9 fouls for Winfield. So neither team made the double bonus, but especially Landon Hall making Winfield pay for their fouls, as most of them have been in the process of shooting and sent him to the line for 2 shots, or he's made the front half of 1-and-1s. He did that twice to earn the second shot and hit 1 of 2 of those. Rebounds, both teams have pulled down 9 boards total. Both teams turned the ball over 4 times, so really not a bad first half. Pretty clean. Couple things here, couple things there to clean up, but just a very deliberate offensive game from these two clubs. It looks like Winfield's main goal is to get their big guys open for the three-pointers, or if that's not available, drive that lane. One will lead to the other. If one thing is working, it'll open up the other thing. So that's kind of been their game plan, an inside-out game. Clopton just methodical. I mean, just do not force a shot, and they really haven't so much through the first 2 quarters of this ballgame. We'll take a quick break here on the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime. Full first half stats after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Shucard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
Clopton coming back out of the locker room for quarter number 3. Winfield still behind closed doors, and let's check the first half scoring by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. A.K. and Ken Feeds, Ascro and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more. YoungEnterprisesInc.com. 7 points for Clopton in the first quarter, 12 in the second quarter for 19 in the first half. 2 of those from Zach Evans, 4 each for Parker Edmiston and Sean Yates. 9 points for Landon Hall, only 2 of those coming from the field, as he has been very good from the free throw line, 7 of 8 shooting from the stripe for Clopton. And I mentioned they are 7 of 10 for the game.
Yeah, that's good. Good stuff.
Very, very good. And for the Winfield Warriors, just 1 of 2 from the line. That 1 point went to Charlie Rhodes. 2 points for Ian Pruitt. 2 from Carter Bauer, 3 for Bryant Reeves, and then 6 each for Colin Sutton and John Hogan. Sutton committed 3 fouls in the first half and really saw the bench more than anything over the final 5 minutes of the second quarter. So there is your first half scoring. Brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. A.K. and Ken Feeds, Ascro and DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance, and more. YoungEnterprisesInc.com. This has been the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime. La Crosse Lumber Company, second half start after this on TribCast.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices, and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Second half start brought to you by La Crosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. La Crosse Lumber Company getting the job done. Hawks will have the ball to start the second half. And now we'll be going from our right to left. Hall gets it into Yates, and we are underway in quarter number 3. Lobs it into the front court for Dalton Struess. Struess back to Landon Hall, and his shot off the glass rims out. Bauer the rebound. Excuse me, not Bauer, but 32. Ian Pruitt, and a foul whistled against the Hawks. And that's against Landon Hall, his second. Not what Coach Smith wanted to happen in the first 12 seconds of the second half. His main man to go and grab a second foul. Here's Reeves with Struess all over him. Finds a little bit of room, kicks it to the far side, and saved from going out by Pruitt. Into the corner for Reeves, back to Pruitt. Trying to find something open. Here's Carter Bauer. Gets a pick from Sutton over to the far side. 3 ball from the corner is long, and the rebound pulled in by Edmiston off the miss by Reeves. Here's Landon Hall with it for the Hawks. Looking to tie or take the lead. Here's Edmiston. Wild shot, no good. Rebound pulled in by Walker. He'll turn around, shot, no. And the rebound pulled down by Bauer this time, up to Reeves. A little floater, goes over everything, over to Pruitt. His shot off the glass is good, and Winfield extends the lead. Ian Pruitt with 4 points. 3-point ball game with Winfield ahead. Get it to the center of the lane, shot no good. Rebound all the way out to Landon Hall. As the Wright City Wildcats enter the gymnasium. Landon Hall at the high blocks, goes to his dribble, off the glass and in. Landon Hall, first player into double figures with 11. That shot no good. Rebound by Landon. Gets it to Edmiston, who scores. Parker Edmiston puts Clopton ahead. He's got 6 points. Bounce pass to Hogan. His shot off of the backboard is good. He's got 8 points. Yates for the Hawks. Over to the far side for Dalton Struess. Struess back for Landon Hall to Sean Yates. Yates over to the far side for Struess. His floater no good. Edmiston's putback is good. Parker Edmiston coming alive. He's got 8. Bounce pass ahead for Reeves. to Hogan off the glass. Easy one there. As the lead goes back and forth. 10 points now for Hogan. He's the first Warrior into double figures. Edmiston got in too deep, and a timeout taken as the ball went to Carter on the floor, and he had to stop the clock to avoid the turnover. 26-25, Winfield with the ball in the lead on TribCast.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. At Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Equal housing lender.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
Reeves with it on the far side after the timeout for Winfield, and it's stolen away by Yates. Yates one-on-one to the hoop and in. Sean Yates with the steal and score. He's got 6 points. And Clopton back ahead by 1. Oh, don't get easier than that. It's off the glass. Pruitt with 2. He's got 6. That's what's opened up right now. Here's Edmiston. Slow it up. They work it far side. Struess off the glass and good. Dalton Struess, his first 2 points tonight. Back to Sutton. Evans getting ready to check in for the Hawks. Center of the lane. They float it down to Pruitt over to the far side for Reeves. Back into the corner, a 3-ball. That's off the top of the backboard and out. Back to the Hawks. Jason Newman comes in, and Evans replaces Walker. Reeves sat down for Winfield, and here's Struess with it. Bounce pass to get across the line to Parker Edmiston. Now to Yates. Sean. Making a little room. Over to the far side for Struess. Struess. Pass tipped to Hall on the backcourt. Back to Yates. Struess for 3. That one's long. And Edmiston fouls Sutton on the rebound. His second and the team's second here in the second half. With it is Pruitt for Hogan. To the near side for Bauer. Over to the far side. Here's Pruitt. Tries to go over Evans. Can't hit. And Yates the rebound. Sean hands it off for Landon Hall. Landon from the baseline floater. In, out, back in. He's got 13. And Clopton, their biggest lead of the night at 31-28. Almost a steal by Evans. They get to the hoop, score, and a foul. Carter Bauer can tie the game from the stripe. And that's the third on Hall. That's big. 2:47 to go in the third. And the shot ties the game. And Carter Bauer has just scored his 1,000th career point with that free throw. And a big congratulations from the crowd and from his coach and teammates. And from us as well. Congratulations to Carter Bauer, career point number 1,000. here in this men's consolation game. Timeout taken. We'll take one, too. 2:47 to go in the third quarter on TribCast.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. With an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at PCMH, and I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, we strive to prevent, diagnose, and treat a wide variety of injuries ranging from sprains and fractures to heat stroke and concussions. In addition to sports coverage, we offer impact testing for head injuries as well as athletic enhancement for those athletes looking to get a step ahead of the competition. Rest assured, we're at work while your athletes are at play.
Hi, this is Christine Rutherford of People's Bank and Trust in Bowling Green. At People's Bank and Trust, we don't think our responsibility to the community should end when we leave the bank each day. You see, at our community bank, we volunteer for many charitable organizations and civic activities, as well as cheer on our hometown teams. Pride in our community is important to us here at People's Bank and Trust. Come see us at one of our convenient locations, Bowling Green, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, or Ellsbury. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Foul going to be on Jason Newman as we come back from the timeout. Again, congratulations to Carter Bauer. Career point number 1,000. Came on a free throw to complete a three-point play to tie the game. That's how you want to score your 1,000th point. Here's Yates. Out high, gets it to Dalton Struess on the far side. To Hall. Landon, hounded, gets it back to Yates. Sean Yates to Landon Hall. We've got a reach-in foul on Ian Pruitt, his second, team's second here in the half. We got Wright City and Louisiana coming up next for third place. Where's he going to go with it? Out high, and it goes all the way back to Struess. To the far side, Edmiston. His shot no good. And the rebound hits the back of the backboard on the save attempt by Pruitt. And it's going to go back to Clopton with 2:04 to play. Don't see that too often. I've been guilty of it before. Inbound. Tipped and stolen. Here's Bauer with it. For the Warriors, trying to go coast to coast, and we've got a blocking foul. Evans is the one that ended up on his back. There were three Hawks there. And they do give to Zach. 14 foul, Zach's first. And the shot's no good for Bauer, so he's still at 1,000 career points. 5 tonight. Looking for number 6 to give Winfield the lead. And the shot is good. So 1,001 points and a 1-point lead for the Warriors. Here with a minute 50 to go in the third and a steal. That's a walk, but they don't call it. And Newman puts it in for his first 2 points tonight and a 3-point lead. Quickly the other way to Evans. Evans travels. Zach put on the brakes. The player flew by and he tried to go again. Sutton checks back in for the Warriors. He'll replace John Hogan. Here's Bauer. Gets it back. Shot, no good. And a blocking foul. No, an offensive foul against Carter Bauer, his third. On the charge. Evans gives a really look to a comment from a Winfield fan. Ball. And a timeout taken by Coach Craig. Things getting a little chippy, a little verbal here. 1:24 to go in the third. 3-point Winfield lead on TribCast.
TribCast coverage of high school basketball is brought to you in part by Spring Valley Accounting Services, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Dieter Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Airco Convenience Centers, Pike County Title Company, and by Mid-America Auto and Towing. More high school basketball is coming up. This is TribCast.
Mary, you're glowing gold.
I know. I joined the Fuel Rewards program and got rewarded with instant gold status at Shell.
And I save 5 cents a gallon on every fill every day.
5 cents a gallon? Wow.
And gold is all the rage this season.
Oh, yeah.
Get rewarded with instant gold status at Shell. Join the Fuel Rewards program now at fuelrewards.com/gold. Restrictions apply. Active gold status required. Introductory offer valid for 6 months after activation. Limit 20 gallons at participating Shell stations. See fuelrewards.com/gold for full details.
Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Ball to be inbounded right between the scorer's table and the Winfield bench. Hall to trigger the play. Everyone else in the offensive end. Coach Keim wanted additional explanation on, I think, why a travel wasn't called before the timeout. Here's Yates with it for the Hawks. To Hall on the far side. Hall stripped and fouled. And they're going to give it to Charlie Rhodes, his second. That sends Hall to the line for the first time in the second half. And he'll shoot a pair. 13 points tonight. Make it 14. Carter Bauer getting ready to check in for Winfield. Peyton Sambo will check in for the Hawks after the second shot goes down to make it a 1-point game. And Hall up to 15 points. Jason Newman checked out for Winfield. And I think it was Struce that came out for the Hawks. Middle of the lane, shot off the glass is good. John Hogan, he's up to 12 points. Top scorer for Winfield. Good pass to Edmiston and blocked from behind, but Hall picks up the loose ball for the Hawks. He goes to the hoop and scores. Landon Hall. Sambo slid past. Here's Bauer with it. Over to the far side for Reeves. Reeves back to Carter Bauer. Far corner for Carter. Gets it to Sutton. Sutton to the near side. Reeves can't handle. They put it into the corner. Give it back to Reeves. Over to the far side for Carter Bauer. Bauer. Over to Colin Sutton. 13 seconds to go in the third quarter. Off the hand. And a backcourt violation on the Warriors. Will give the Hawks a chance to tie or take the lead here to end the third quarter. Here's Hall to inbound. Bauer checks out. Newman back in. Trying to protect Carter Bauer with 3 fouls. Yates gets it in the backcourt, gives it back to Hall. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Down to 4, 3. Free throw line, back to Yates. They're not going to get the shot. No shot for Sambo. He missed it anyway. And we head to the fourth with the Hawks trailing Winfield by a point. 36-35 here in the Consolation Championship of the Clopton Tournament on TribCast.
Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, Ryan V. Bibb and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green and Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the Square in Bowling Green, and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
Going to check the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Akey and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds. Crop Insurance and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. Nothing has changed. Clopton trailed by a point at the half, trails by a point here after 3 quarters. Top scores 17 points for Landon Hall, 2 each for Zach Evans and Dalton Struce, 6 points for Sean Yates, and 8 points for Parker Edmiston for Clopton, as that goes to Sutton off the glass and good. Colin Sutton. Sutton has 8 points as we go to the Winfield side of the ledger. 3 points for Bryant Reeves, 6 for Carter Bauer, 2 for Chasen Newman, 8, like I said, for Sutton, 12 points for Hogan, 6 points for Ian Pruitt, and 7 for Charlie Rhodes off the bench. Here's Hall. A blocking foul will send him to the line, and that's 4 on Carter Bauer. They said it was on the floor, but Bauer picks up his 4th here early in the 4th. 1,001 career points for Carter Bauer. Shooting free throws, Winfield was 2 of 3 in that quarter and is 3 of 5 in the game. Just not many opportunities for them from the stripe. Evans has it stolen away by Reeves. He's going back the other way for the Warriors and scores. Bryant Reeves with 5 points, back the other way. And stripped from behind is Damian Walker. 59 seconds into this 4th quarter. Winfield's opened up a 5-point lead. Clopton will keep the ball. Lob pass, give it back to Hall. Landon will set the offense. To the near side for Parker Edmiston. To Evans. Evans can't sneak it over, but does get it back to Parker, who drives the lane, can't get it in. And we're going the other way. Reeves, the long rebound. Puts a good move on Walker, but made another move to get back in front of Walker. Goes far side with it for Pruitt. Pruitt is stripped, and Walker going to get the personal. 2nd on Damian Walker. And the 5th team foul against the Hawks. 6:30 to go in the 4th. I believe this is the biggest lead of the night for Winfield at 5 points. Been a very tight game throughout. They get it in, and it's a 7-point advantage. Ian Pruitt has 8. Here's Walker. Gets it back to Landon Hall. Let's get across the line. He put on the brakes. Has the ball tipped and stolen by Sutton. Colin Sutton to Pruitt. There's a 3. It rims out. Sutton the rebound. Back to Reeves. And up top and around to Ian Pruitt. Pruitt chased. Gets it far side for John Hogan. Hogan is blocked out of bounds by Zach Evans, but it's going to stay with the Warriors. 5:49 to go in the game. Struce and Sambo come back in for Clopton. Walker and Evans check out. Smaller lineup for the Hawks. Hit it off the back of Yates. It's an near side for Pruitt, and a foul whistled against, I believe, Edmiston. It is on Parker, his 3rd. Walker and Evans come in. Sambo and Struce check out. So the bigger lineup back in. Here's Sutton. Back up top. Now for Newman. Into the corner again. Pruitt to Sutton on the far side. Wild shot, no good. And the rebound pulled in by Landon Hall. Hall has it stolen back at center court. Get it ahead. Reeves Yes. And a timeout taken. And Reeves has 7 points in the contest, and Winfield starting to pull away. 2.5 minutes gone here. Fourth quarter on TribCast.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Cindy Blaylock will be there for you. 201 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Online at cindyblaylockagency.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, new and used equipment, parts and service, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Winfield has opened up a 9-point lead here with 5:24 to go in the fourth, and it's time for the Hawks to bear down and get the ball in the hoop. Haven't done that yet in this quarter. Evans to Yates. They work it in. Wild shot by Yates off the glass. He wasn't even facing the basket and scores. Back the other way come the Warriors. 8 points now for Sean. Here's Reeves with it. Bryant Reeves hands it off for Newman. He lost control but got it back. Here's Pruitt with it to the free throw line. Stolen by Walker. Damian puts on the brakes. Good idea. Gives it up to Evans and back to Landon Hall. 4:40 to go in the final quarter of regulation time. Hall trying to find some room. Gives it to Evans, who tried to give it to Walker. Walker was facing the wrong direction. They get it to the center of the lane and score. Charlie Rhodes, his first shot to go down from the field. Back to a 9-point Winfield advantage. To the near side for Evans. Zach, got to find someone, gets it to Damian Walker. Walker kicks it down low. Good pass to Yates, who scores. Sean Yates on the feed from Damian Walker. And he's got 10 points. Back up top, Colin Sutton. Sutton walks through the lane. They're going to call a foul instead. And they give it to Parker Edmiston, his fourth. Carter Bauer comes back in, replacing Charlie Rhodes. Edmiston sat down. Sambo replaced him, and the shot short. Walker watched it bounce in front of him, then swapped it out of bounds. .347 to play. Sutton checked out. Into the corner. 3 ball is up and good. That's number 32, Ian Pruitt. He's got 11 points now. Biggest lead of the night for Winfield. And Clopton has it stolen away again. It's a 10-point game. 49-39. And carrying the ball is Ian Pruitt. That'll give it back to the Hawks. We have to start thinking about putting in some trays, or at least 3-point plays. Maybe even get Bauer out of the game for good. He's got 4 fouls. They want to go right at him. Here's Walker. Kicks it back to Landon Hall. Ball tipped out of bounds. Winfield's defense has been good tonight. And a sub coming in. That's Charlie Rhodes. And a timeout taken with 3:06 to play. 49-39, Winfield in control here in the fourth on TribCast.
Many of us look for ways to save energy, but be smart. Don't take safety shortcuts. Quiver River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a downed power line. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water. Don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
This is Kim Gam, RN, Certified Diabetes Educator and Coordinator of the Pike County Diabetes Counseling Program. Diabetes self-management education is designed to help you understand the disease and learn to manage it. Our nationally recognized program provides quality education and covers all aspects of diabetes management from basic to advanced skills. For more information, contact the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at 573-324-2111.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Looks like Damian Walker's busted his lip open, and he's going to go behind the Clopton bench and get that flushed out. I believe he's been replaced by Michael Wright. Now Wright sat back down. He's in there now, and it'll be Clopton ball underneath the basket. Yates. I think they've got to get some blood off his uniform, too. And, yeah, Damian's going to have to change numbers, I think. So Damian Walker, when he comes back in, as the ball is stolen, he's going to wear 53, I think. Almost a travel on Newman. Gets it off to the far side to Bauer. Bauer going to head to the net. Shot short. Going up for his own rebound. It's taken away by Landon Hall. And we do have a foul right at center court on Newman. That's his third. So Walker going to be 53 when he comes back in. Shot. Good, and a foul. Landon Hall, first thing to cheer about for Clopton in a while. Rhodes picks up the personal, his third. 2.5 to go, 2:32 to be exact. Struce and Edmiston checking in now that Hall has scored point number 20. Bauer gets it ahead to Hogan, who loses the ball, picked up by Hall. Opportunity here for the Hawks to get a little closer. Trying to work it down low, it's stolen back. He hit Bauer with it, and the ball rolled to Chasen Newman, goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Warriors as Sutton and Reeves check back in for Winfield. Checking out Newman and Rhodes. Lob it into the backcourt for Reeves. Struce on him. Back to Carter Bauer with Edmiston all over him. Floats through the lane and scores. Carter Bauer. He has 8. Minute 46 to play. Over to the far side for Struce. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Hawks. So it got away from Edmiston. Last touch by the Warriors. Minute 38, 9-point game. Hawks need to score points in bunches here. Hall, and quickly. Going to have to be a little more aggressive with the offense. Here's Hall. Landon throws it away. Try to connect it with Evans as it wasn't there. Back the other way, Reeves too hard off the glass, and the rebound pulled in by Sambo. Here comes Landon Hall. Hall to the far side, kicks it near side for Sambo for three. That one is short. Rebound pulled in by Struce. Back to Sambo, and away from the ball. A foul on Pruitt, his third. That's going to send Edmiston to the line for a 1-and-1 with 1:05 to go. He's got 8 points tonight. This is his first time at the free throw line. Wright City heading to their locker room. And he earns the second. Hawks need points. Edmiston at the line, and his second is good as well. And a timeout taken on the floor. Minute 5 remains, 51-44. Warriors lead the Hawks on TribCast.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at YoungEnterprisesInc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Sutton to inbound after the timeout. Gets it to Pruitt Bauer. Now to Reeves. Scores and is put on the floor by Sambo. Reeves can get to 10 points. Well, they gave it to Struce instead of Sambo. So 33 instead of 13. And Reeves at the line to make this a 10-point game, and he does. And he's got 10 points, so he's the difference maker, right? Yates, very close to backcourt violation. Here's Sambo, very close to a travel, and he scores. And a timeout taken by Clopton. Sambo's first 2 points. 8-point ball game. 48.5 seconds to go on TribCast.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
48.5 seconds on the clock. It'll be Warrior ball after the Sambo basket. They lead Clopton by 8. Here in the consolation game of the 22nd Annual Clopton Invitational. And a foul whistled on Sambo. We'll send John Hogan to the line for the first time tonight. He's got a dozen points as their leading scorer in this contest. 9-team foul. Edmiston comes in for Michael Wright. And the shot is good. Free throw shooting has been very good in this game. 13 points for Hogan. Second shot, no good. Sutton, though, tips the rebound back to Hogan. And a foul. We'll send Pruitt to the line to shoot a pair, as that's the 10th team foul against the Hawks. All right, into the ball game, Matthew Dugan, A.J. Yench, Michael Wright, Struess, and Cody Hoffman for the Hawks as they empty their bench, and they'll empty their bench as well. As into the ball game comes Austin Lloyd, Elliot Stetson. I was hoping to see the Stetson tonight. And the shot's good. And the last starter for Winfield will check out. Finishing with 12 points, Ian Pruitt. Here's Yench to Michael Wright. Right back to Yench. AJ hands it off for Matthew Dugan. Over to the far side for Cody Hoffman. Hoffman back for Michael Wright. Try to get it inside to Dugan. It was rejected. And the final 16 seconds start to tick away, down to 12. With it is Austin Lloyd. He just pulls back on Michael Wright. 6 seconds to go. And with 2 on the clock, this game is over. 10-point win for Winfield, and they get consolation here at the 22nd Annual Clopton Invitational on TribCast. We'll be back with the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours, and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Deb Olson. Our pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all of your banking needs. Stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the banking difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Louisiana, Bowling Green, and Clopton schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Ryan Pitzer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. We're at work while your athletes are at play.
It's time for the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame, brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
So Winfield grabs consolation here at the 22nd Annual Clopton Invitational, and back, and they found him. I think they found Bob Frank, and maybe not. Trying to give Bob Frank an award for being an honorary coach for all 22 years. And he was being an honorary coach, taking his team to the locker room, and now they get him. And his grandsons will give him the award. That's awful nice, and Damian has to do it in somebody else's jersey because he got busted in the lip, but a nice award nonetheless, and unfortunately it comes after a Clopton loss, 56-46. Congratulations to Brian Keim and the Winfield Warriors on winning Consolation. We'll get a final check of the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, AK and Kent Feeds, Ascro and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. And again, it's the 4 seed over the 3 seed for Consolation. For Clopton, 2 points for Peyton Sambo, 2 points for Dalton Struce, 2 points for Zach Evans, 10 each for Parker Edmiston and Sean Yates, and 20 points for Landon Hall in the loss. So those 3 guys combined for 40 of the 46 points scored by Clopton tonight. For Winfield, they also had 3 players in double figures. With Bryant Reeves with 10, 12 points for Ian Pruitt, and 13 for John Hogan. Well, he was good tonight. 2 points for Chasen Newman, 8 points each for Carter Bauer and Colin Sutton. Colin really would have had more. He had the first 6 of the ball game for Winfield, but he got into foul trouble. 4 points for Charlie Rhodes off the bench as they tried to fill that gap. But their top scorer has 13 points, John Hogan, in the Consolation win. So, Winfield, the first victor tonight. We've got 2 more games in the gym, 1 more on TribCast, the 3rd place game for the men. As you can see, Louisiana is on the floor, getting ready to take on Wright City. We'll wrap up this Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame and come back into the pregame from Quiver River Electric Cooperative after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
Hi, this is Christine Rutherford of People's Bank and Trust in Bowling Green. At People's Bank and Trust, we don't think our responsibility to the community should end when we leave the bank each day. You see, at our community bank, we volunteer for many charitable organizations and civic activities, as well as cheer on our hometown teams. Pride in our community is important to us here at People's Bank and Trust. Come see us at one of our convenient locations, Bowling Green, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, or Ellsbury. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
TribCast coverage of high school basketball is brought to you in part by Spring Valley Accounting Services, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Dieter Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Airco Convenience Centers, Pike County Title Company, and by Mid-America Auto and Towing. More high school basketball is coming up. This is TribCast.
Dude, you look different.
Well, my body is glowing gold.
No, it's not that. Did you get a new shirt?
No, I joined the Fuel Rewards program at Shell and got instant gold status. I save 5 cents a gallon on every fill every day.
No, did you lose weight?
Get rewarded with instant gold status at Shell. Join the Fuel Rewards program now at fuelrewards.com/gold. Restrictions apply. Active gold status required. Introductory offer valid for 6 months after activation. Limit 20 gallons at participating Shell stations. See fuelrewards.com/gold for full details.
Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, Ryan V. Bibb and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
It's time for the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative, online at quiver.com.
And welcome back to inside the Dale Miller Gymnasium and the men's finals of the 22nd annual Clopton Invitational here on TribCast. Getting ready for men's 3rd place is Louisiana, the 2 seed. They were taken out in the semifinals by the Cinderella Wellsville, so they're into this 3rd place game against the number 5 seed Wright City Wildcats. Louisiana comes into this ball game with a record of 5-4. Wright City 5-5. They're much improved this year under Coach David Evans. So Matt Smith, it's not a cakewalk to get his Bulldogs some hardware here at the Clopton Invitational. He's going to have to get his A game out of his players, and that means more like the 40-point efforts of Derek Richards than the 17-ish point efforts he's had so far in this tournament. Louisiana, they won their first game. It wasn't the convincing win we thought. It was still close to a 30-point win over Silex, but then were beaten by Wellsville in the semifinals. They got Michael Francis back in the opening round. He started in the semis, but maybe that's had the opposite effect than what Coach Smith desired, as maybe the rest of the players maybe taking it a little easier, knowing that they have the senior leadership of Francis back. They've got to reverse that and get back to the way they've been playing and get some points on the board. They've been shut down in this tournament through the first 2 rounds, especially in that semifinal against Wellsville. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more here in the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame.
Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green and Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the Square in Bowling Green, and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
If you buy power from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, you help power your community. How? Quiver River belongs to the people it serves. With people like you in charge, you know decisions about your power are made with you in mind, your community too. What kind of decisions? Sending you a check when there's money left after expenses, holding down rates, helping you save, serving your community. Good for you, power for your community. Quiver River Electric, owned by those we serve.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
Getting ready for the men's third place game here at the Clopton Invitational on TribCast, 22nd annual Clopton Invitational. And again, the award that they gave a minute ago, that was to Bob Frank. Bob Frank for 22 years as an honorary coach. So he's been working every year at this tournament.
Isn't that amazing?
And his grandsons got to present him with that award. And Damian Walker, he had to wear a different number for the picture. Did you notice that?
Yes.
He changed numbers there, got a little blood on his uniform.
Right.
Got busted in the chops.
Yes.
Late in the fourth quarter of that consolation game. But
Damian and Riley Walker are his grandsons, so they presented him with the award. And it was funny, athletic director Matt Cannon had to announce it twice.
Yeah, he had to chase him down. He wasn't in the gym the first time because he was doing his job.
That's right.
There you go.
I thought that was hysterical.
Well, we've got about 7 minutes to go before the start of this third place game, and was talking in the open, April, about how maybe Louisiana has become a little too relaxed by the return of Michael Francis in this tournament. Instead of just going out and playing Bulldog basketball, it's a system that everyone needs to do their part.
Right.
I know they have Derek out there, who's he's gonna get points.
Right.
But the other guys have to do their job to free up space as well.
Definitely. And I not get so thrown. Usually Louisiana just plays their game, and
I found it a little, just what I heard from you from the opening round game against Silex, when I went over there and saw that the score was so close at halftime.
Yeah.
Now they knuckled down but with Wellsville, they just seemed like they could not figure out an answer for being slowed down.
And usually, we see that not just Coach Smith but Coach Kirtling are very good at making adjustments. So if they were making them, the players weren't
that seemed
doing what they were told.
Yeah.
So maybe a little more in the ear of the players tonight, or a little more in sync between coaches and players tonight, and they'll get the result desired, because Wright City isn't a slouch. They're right there, 5-5 against 5-4, and it's a much improved team from a year ago under their new coach, David Evans. We'll take a quick break, come back with your starting lineups after this on the Quiver River Electric Cooperative TribCast pregame.
Pike County Home Health can provide skilled home health services for homebound patients of Pike County. I'm Peggy Summers. Our agency offers a team approach with a registered nurse coordinating needed services. Home health services include skilled nursing, home health aid, social services, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and a certified diabetic program. We do dressing changes, IV therapy, monitor medications, do diabetic foot care, and many other services.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Paul Shucard will be there for you. 1210 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green. Online at mybowlinggreenagent.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
This is the Quiver River Electric TribCast pregame, brought to you by Quiver River Electric Cooperative, a Touchtone Energy cooperative. Online at quiver.com.
Let's take a look at our Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all the services your health department offers at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, neighbors helping neighbors.
Okay, for the number 5-seeded Wright City Wildcats, it'll be number 5, David Liddell. He is a 5'11 junior. 6'1 senior, number 10, Sean McDonald will get the start tonight. Another 6'1 senior, number 12, Jack Simon. Number 23, Devin Holmes, he is a 6'2 senior. And 6'7 senior, number 32, Nick Boland. So again, for Wright City, it'll be Liddell, McDonald, Simon, Holmes, and Boland. And for Louisiana, the number 2 seed in this tournament, it'll be number 1, Michael Francis. He is a senior. Another senior, number 2, Dalton Overhouse. Number 5, Derek Richards. He is a junior. Sophomore, number 15, Remy Feldworth. And junior, number 24, Tyler Hopkins. So again, for Louisiana, it'll be Francis, Overhouse, Richards, Feldworth, and Hopkins.
Those are your Pike County Health Department TribCast starting lineups. Check out all the services your health department offers at PikeCountyHealth.org. The Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, neighbors helping neighbors. It's third place here at the Clopton tournament on the line as number 2 seed Louisiana takes on number 5 seed Wright City, and it's coming up next here on the PeoplesTribune.com.
This is TribCast. Coverage of high school basketball. Action from the hardwood on the PeoplesTribune.com is brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Quiver River Electric Cooperative, Spring Valley Accounting Services, the Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, by Lynn's Heritage House, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, Paul Shucard in Bowling Green, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, by Orff Construction, Young Enterprises Incorporated, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, La Crosse Lumber Company, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction. Basketball on TribCast is also brought to you by Dieter's Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, Community State Banks of Missouri, Abel's Quick Shops, by Hayden's Motorsports Center, the Law Office of Briscoe and Brannon, by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Penrod Real Estate, People's Bank and Trust, by Bowling Green Lumber, Airco Convenience Centers, Pike County Title Company, by Family Health Pharmacies, Mid-America Auto and Towing, and by the Bid Beach Funeral Homes, LLC. Now, coverage of high school basketball from the People's Tribune newspaper. This is TribCast.
Getting ready to do introductions on the floor. Wright City will be first. They're the road team, the 5 seed in this tournament. Louisiana, the 2 seed. They'll be introduced after that. We'll take a quick break, come back with your La Crosse Lumber Company opening tip after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices, and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Well, we're going to start this game with free throws. Now your opening tip, as Devin Holmes was charged with a foul before the game. And Francis puts the first one in, and we're underway with a basket. So no La Crosse Lumber Company opening tip as Michael hits them both. And Louisiana, since it was a technical, will also get the ball. So our opening tip, non-existent, brought to you by La Crosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. La Crosse Lumber Company getting the job done. They go far side with it. Down low for Felderworth, and Remy has that one go in, out, back in. He's got 2 points. So before the clock even really gets going, we've got a 4-0 Louisiana lead in this third place game. With it is Jack Simon.
It's Devon Holmes.
You heard someone yell at him, huh?
Yes.
With it is McDonald. His long three rattles home. That gets them on the board. Back the other way quickly are the Bulldogs. Feldworth to the far side for Oberhaus. Oberhaus back for Derek Richards. Richards back to Dalton Oberhaus. Into the far corner and stolen from Remy Feldworth. Here's Jack Simon. Has the pass tipped. They do get it to the intended target, David Liddell. To Holmes. His shot goes and a foul. Devon Holmes. And Wright City ahead for the first time. So Louisiana spotted 4 points, and the lead doesn't last long. Holmes can't get him any further ahead, but the rebound picked up by Simon. And now taken away. And going back to Wright City as Louisiana couldn't pull it in. 6:39 to go in the first quarter. And with it is McDonald. McDonald back to David Liddell. Free throw line for the 6'7" Nick Bolin. I think they even called him 6'8". He puts it off the glass and in. So Bolin with his first 2 points. And a foul whistled against McDonald. Nearly 2 minutes gone. And Remy Feldworth inbounds to Michael Francis. Francis gives it off to Dalton Oberhaus. Oberhaus goes to his dribble, goes to the far side now for Remy. Remington hands it off for Richards, now to Francis and Oberhaus. Back to Michael. To Dalton again. He was player of the game in the win over Silex. Not Silex. Yeah, Silex first round, right?
Yes.
Losing my mind over here. It's been a long week. Shot off the glass is good for Jack Simon. And it's been pretty much all Wright City after that opening 10-second span. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Louisiana, and checking in is Zach Harrison. He'll replace Tyler Hopkins. Bounce pass. Oberhaus did knock it off the Wright City player McDonald. No, he didn't. He most certainly did, but the ref said no. Here's Holmes. Devon to the big man at the free throw line, and he jumped up, came back down. Traveling called against Nick Bolin. Here's Michael Francis. Drops it off for Remington Feldworth. Remy puts it near side. Oh, nice pass down low, but blocked is Zach Harrison. Now a shot from Feldworth. And the rebound picked up by Bolin. 9-0 run right now for Wright City. That shot by Holmes no good. And the rebound picked up by Feldworth. Ahead to Richards. Derek into the corner to Francis. His three is no good. Rebound knocked back to Dalton Oberhaus. From the center of the lane, he shoots and scores. Oberhaus first 2 points. And Holmes will bring it up the floor. Bulldogs needed that basket.
Yes.
On the dribble is McDonald. Gives it up in the far corner, working against Oberhaus. Threw it inside. We're going to have a foul on Michael Francis. Nearing the midway point of the first quarter. Here in the men's third place game at Clopton. Holmes trying to find Bolin. He finds him. Just sticks his arm up there, but drops it short. Here's Richards to the far side for Francis. Touch pass to Oberhaus, and too much on that one, and nice save by McDonald. And here comes Wright City up the floor with it. Number 12, Jack Simon, works it into Bolin. He scores and is fouled.
And Derek Richards picks up that foul, his first.
Team's second. Excuse me, third. And the shot rims out. So no three-point play. McDonald slow to get up. And finally, McDonald going to be, excuse me, not McDonald, but Simon called for the foul. He got away with a push earlier on that run up the floor by Oberhaus. And coming into the ball game is number 44, J.J. McRoberts. Checking out is Simon. And at the scorer's table, Remy Feldworth. The scorer's table's watching the Chiefs game. Do you see that?
See what?
The scores table's watching the Chiefs game.
You're right. They are.
Now I can't pan down because the NFL could fine me for
Oh, that's right.
dissemination without written consent. How's the game going? Somebody's punting.
Yep.
The foul going to send Zach Harrison to the line, and the shot is good. That'll get the Bulldogs a little bit closer. Harrison's first point. Louisiana now 2 of 3 from the line, and the shot is good. So Harrison stays perfect.
I say they do seem a bit more disciplined tonight. You know, even though Wright City was getting that lead, they stayed in their game, didn't give up a lot of turnovers.
Here's a 3. It's well off the mark. Richards the rebound, and he's pushed. And McDonald going to pick up his second personal.
He said, who, me? What?
That guy. And Isaac King will check in for the Bulldogs. He'll replace Dalton Oberhaus. Here's Richards. To Harrison. Kicks it back to Felderworth. Now to the far side. That 3 is off the mark for Zach Ellsworth. And on the rebound, a foul called against the Bulldogs.
It was right there, just rimmed out.
Remy Feldworth picks up the personal, his first. And Holmes will take it up the floor for the Wildcats. To McRoberts. Tried to float it inside. Knocked around, goes to the floor and picked up by Feldworth. Then taken away from Ellsworth, and dunking it home is Devon Holmes. That's the first dunk we've seen on TribCast in a while.
We saw a couple of attempts in the semifinal.
Attempts aren't dunks.
Exactly.
Here's a 3, and that one's good. That's an answer. Derek Richards with the tray. Yeah, you can dunk. Can you do this? 2-point ball game. They work it down low. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound knocked around, still being knocked around, and picked up by Wright City. McDonald got it. Over to McRoberts. Here's JJ on the dribble. Gives it off, and an easy score for Nick Bolin. Extends the lead to 4. Minute 45 to go in the first quarter. Here's Richards to King, and it's knocked away from him by McDonald. 1 and 2 come back in for 3 and 20. That would be Francis and Oberhaus in for Ellsworth and Harrison. Knocked out of bounds again. Again, they'll stay with the Bulldogs with a minute 34 to go in the quarter. Francis gets it into Oberhaus. Hands it off for Derek Richards. Richards back to Michael. Francis to Oberhaus. And a foul on the floor. It's going to be on J.J. McRoberts. Oh, they gave it to Bolin instead, his first. Too many men on the ice called. As Holmes was taking his time getting off the floor. King thought about 3, gets it off to Feldworth. Remy puts up the tray, it's long. And the rebound pulled in by McDonald. He throws it ahead for Bolin. And it's off the hands of Remy Feldworth. It's going to stay with Wright City with 1:14 to play in the quarter.
Let that go past.
Billy Pohl gets it inbounds for David Liddell. Over to the far side. McRoberts' shot is short, and here comes Derek on the run. Oh, lost it off his heel. Picked up.
Oh, no.
Well, maybe picked up, and a timeout taken by the Bulldogs as Oberhaus did gather it in with a minute 2 to play. 15-11, Wright City leads the Bulldogs here in the first quarter on TribCast.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. At Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, equal housing lender.
Now more TribCast coverage of high school sports from the Bowling Green Tractor broadcast booth. Bowling Green Tractor, your Exmark professional turf care equipment dealer, 1201 Business 61 South in Bowling Green.
Francis gets the inbound. And we're back underway here in the final minute of the first quarter to Derek Richards. Richards, free throw line, puts up the shot. It's off the mark. Rebound knocked around. Richards will gather it in. Got his own board. Now gives the ball off to Remy, who scores and is fouled. Remington Felderworth.
He's having a good game. He's had a block shot, a couple of rebounds, a steal.
And a chance to get some 5 points here from the line to make it a 1-point game. 15-13. And Remy at the line. The foul is the third already on Bolin. And the shot was no good. So he's stuck on 4 points and a 2-point Wright City lead. Make it a foul on the floor. Is that against Derek? It is. His second. Oh, nope, they gave it to Michael, his second.
Looked
He'll
like
check
he
out.
said 5.
Yeah. So to inbound, here's Billy Pohl. He gets it to Jack Simon. Hands it off, and with it is Jack Simon again. From the high blocks, his shot is short. Pohl's rebound is no good. And the rebound pulled in by Derek Richards. Richards on the run, trying to find some room, gets it to Remy, who can't lay it in. He just did not get the ball up high enough. McDonald the other way, he's short. Rebound picked up by McRoberts for Wright City, and his shot is in. J.J. McRoberts with his first 2 points of the contest. We're down to 1 second. They're not going to get a shot off. How many times has that happened in this tournament? Be aware of the clock. 17-13 after 1. Louisiana trails here in the 22nd annual Clopton Invitational third place game on TribCast.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. With an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at PCMH, and I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. Working with Clopton, Bowling Green, and Louisiana schools, we strive to prevent, diagnose, and treat a wide variety of injuries ranging from sprains and fractures to heat stroke and concussions. In addition to sports coverage, we offer impact testing for head injuries as well as athletic enhancement for those athletes looking to get a step ahead of the competition. Rest assured, we're at work while your athletes are at play.
Taking a look at the first quarter scoring from Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, Akey and Ken Feeds, Ascro and DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. For Louisiana, they trail by 4. 2 points for Michael Francis, 2 for Dalton Oberhaus, 3 for Derek Richards, 2 for Zach Harrison, and 4 for Remington Feldworth. So he's the leading scorer after the first 8 minutes. On the Wright City side, they've spread the ball around as well. 2 points for J.J. McRoberts, 2 for Jack Simon, 3 for Sean McDonald, 4 points for Devon Holmes, and 6 points for Nick Bolin, but he's picked up 3 personal fouls. Little alley-oop pass hit the rim, looking for Billy Pohl. And here comes Richards. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford brings you the scoring throughout the tournament and all season long on TribCast. And we've got a tie-up, and that'll give the ball to Wright City. Louisiana 4 of 5 shooting free throws. Wright City 0 for 2.
And each team has 6 rebounds after the first. Each team has a block shot and 3 steals. And playing pretty evenly.
Except for the score.
Yes.
4 points ahead of Wright City. Almost 7 points as that 3 ball just comes up empty. Here's Oberhaus. Gives it to Ellsworth off the glass and in. Zach Ellsworth with his first 2. Zach doesn't get too many points from down in the paint like that, and a timeout taken by Coach David Evans and the Wildcats. Just a minute, 5 seconds into the second quarter, 17-15. Wright City leads Louisiana on TribCast.
Hi, this is Christine Rutherford of People's Bank and Trust in Bowling Green. At People's Bank and Trust, we don't think our responsibility to the community should end when we leave the bank each day. You see, at our community bank, we volunteer for many charitable organizations and civic activities, as well as cheer on our hometown teams. Pride in our community is important to us here at People's Bank and Trust. Come see us at one of our convenient locations, Bowling Green, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, or Ellsbury. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
TribCast coverage of high school basketball is brought to you in part by Spring Valley Accounting Services, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Dieter Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop, Hayden's Motorsports Center, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Airco Convenience Centers, Pike County Title Company, and by Mid-America Auto and Towing. More high school basketball is coming up. This is TribCast.
With it, Billy Pohl to McDonald after the timeout. Gets it to McRoberts, who goes off the glass and in. J.J. McRoberts. He's got 4 points. Richards gets it to Overhouse. Falls down, and the ball is picked up by McDonald. He got away with a little bit of a trammel there. Ball goes to the floor, and they get it to Ellsworth. Good tenacity there by Harrison. Overhouse, shot wild. King's put back, no good. And on the rebound, it's picked up by Jack Simon for Wright City. Here come the Wildcats again with Simon to the near side for Pohl. To McRoberts from the baseline. His shot rims out. Pohl the rebound, taken away by Richards, and they're going to call a tie-up after the ball was already gone.
Yeah. That's
Intent
twice.
to whistle.
Yes. It's twice Louisiana has come away with the rebound, but it's called a tie.
Tie-up, jump ball, whatever you want to call it. King inbounds for Richards. Overhouse, a little dinged up behind the Bulldog bench. Here's Ellsworth with it. Works against McRoberts. To Richards on the far side. Derrick. Got a pick from King. Trying to get it back to King, and it's knocked out of bounds by David Liddell. 5:38 to play in the half. 4-point Wright City lead. Ellsworth the inbound for Louisiana. They'll throw it out of bounds. Gives it back to the Wildcats. Already ahead by 4. Pohl passes it to Simon to start this possession to McDonald. McDonald gives it to Liddell for 3. And that one almost found its way to the bottom of the hoop. Picked up by Zach Harrison for the Bulldogs. Ahead to get Michael Francis. Francis gets through a little contact. Gets it to Ellsworth, now to Richards. Derrick kicks it near side for King. Isaac makes one move. Has a shot blocked. Gets his own rebound. Trying to go far side. Ellsworth does get it. Oop, a trammel. Ball got stuck on the hip of Zach Harrison. What did they call?
They're going to call a foul.
Interesting. On Jack Simon, his second.
But he pushed him. I thought that was a travel.
All day long, right?
Yep. Looked like it got held, he held it kind of against his leg.
Well, I think it was the official behind the play.
Yeah, you're right.
And the free throw is good for Harrison.
Okay, we'll take it.
Harrison, second shot is good. He's 4 for 4 shooting from the stripe.
Nice job. Keep that right up.
Holmes over to the far side. Gets it back. Devon to McRoberts to McDonald. Turns around. On the far side, 3 ball? Is it 3 free throws coming? Or no, they're calling it away from the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Are they calling it both ways? Oberhaus gets the only one. So it's on the rebound. Holmes going to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Liddell checks out. Ricky McDonald in there, so we got the McTriple. 2 McDonalds and a McRoberts in there. And the shot is good for Holmes. Earns the second. He was 0 for 1. That's the first free throw to go down for Wright City tonight. And he missed the second one, but McDonald got the rebound. Is put back, no good. And Richards pulls it in for Louisiana. To Francis ahead of the pack, waits for the man to go by and scores. There you go, Mike. Michael Francis has 4 points, his first 2 to go from the field, and the first 2 since the clock started moving. Remember, he had the 2 free throws from the pregame foul. Here's Devon Holmes running a little clock here near the midway point of the second quarter. 20-19, Wright City leads. McDonald over to the far side for Liddell. To the other McDonald, back to Liddell, and a foul. Excuse me, send Jack Simon to the line for a 1-and-1. And it's on Oberhaus, his second. Back-to-back fouls on Dalton. And the shot's good. So Jack earns the second. Makes it a 2-point Wright City lead. Second shot. Dead off the back iron and picked up by Ellsworth. Zach finds some room, comes up the floor, now puts on the brakes and hands it off for Michael Francis. Francis to Derek Richards. Richards to Ellsworth, now to Oberhaus at the top of the key. Over to the far side for Francis. He's pushed down by J.J. McRoberts. McRoberts first, and that'll send Mike to the line.
There's no doubt Wright City is much improved from last year.
Oh, definitely. And having, a 6'8" guy that you can plug into the lineup helps.
Yeah, makes things a whole lot more comfortable.
Michael earns the second. And makes it a 1-point game again. He can tie it here with 3:39 on the first half clock. Second shot is good. Louisiana hasn't been ahead since their first possession. They need a stop here, then a bucket. Here's McDonald to Simon on the far side, back for Holmes. Holmes over to McDonald. Far side for Simon. To the other McDonald, and he turns around, rims out, and the rebound pulled in by Harrison. Harrison gets it all the way down to Oberhaus. Back up top for Francis, over to Derek Richards for 3, and that shot's no good. Fouls his rebound, almost got it, but it's picked up by Devon Holmes. Holmes on the attack for Wright City with 2:47 to go in the first half of this ball game. Here's McRoberts to McDonald. Back to Holmes. Holmes to Simon beyond the arc. Oberhaus out to guard against him. He comes to the edge of the free throw line and gets it off for the other McDonald, Ricky. To Simon. Simon gives up his dribble, then throws it into the backcourt, and it's going to be corralled by Sean McDonald. Violation gives it back to the Bulldogs with 2:19 on the clock, and King replaces Francis for the Bulldogs. 21-21. That's off the glass and in. Ellsworth puts Louisiana ahead for the first time in a while. He's got 4 points. They've been all in the paint. both his baskets from about 2 foot out. Here's Holmes. Ellsworth all over him. He stops, pops, shot off to the right, and Richards the rebound for the Bulldogs as they try and extend their lead. Ball stolen by Sean McDonald, and he's coming back 3-on-1 to McRoberts. No! Put back by Holmes is good. That ties the game. Just too many Wildcats, not enough Bulldogs. And a offensive foul going to be called against Derek Richards, and that is his second foul. No, they gave it to Oberhaus.
Yep, that's his third.
I'd almost rather have it on Derek at this point.
Yeah.
The officials going to get together and talk about this. And it is on Derek, his second. So they changed it.
No, that's probably for the best. They still have number 2 up there, but now they got 5.
Well, I think they had to move him back to 2 fouls first. There's McRoberts to McDonald. Sean, how about a 3 from the far side? That's off the mark. Rebound and over the back called against J.J. McRoberts. That's his second foul. That'll send Oberhaus to the line with 1:13 to go to try and break this tie. State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime coming up. And that one rolls home for Dalton Oberhaus. Bulldogs up a point. And the second shot is good as well. Bulldogs have been very good from the line here in this first half. 1:10 to play, 25-23, Louisiana leads. Devon Holmes over to the far side for Ricky McDonald. McDonald gives it to Liddell. Now for Holmes, center of the lane and scores. A hook shot ties this game up. He's got 9 points. And another foul whistled against the Wildcats.
What was he thinking?
Liddell picks up his first, and it's going to be a 2-shot foul as the Bulldogs into the double bonus.
He was doing just fine, and then I'll just grab your waist.
Yeah. And Michael puts the Bulldogs back up by a point. And the second shot rims out. He was perfect, 5 for 5 before that miss. So it's a 1-point game. Holmes into the front court. 3-ball is up and good for David Liddell. That puts Wright City up by a pair. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Francis, gets it to Harrison, who goes off the glass and ties the game. I don't know how he got control of that without traveling. Holmes going to play for the last shot. Down to 8 seconds to go in the second quarter. Now he moves. Bounces off of him. King the steal. He's not fouled. Somehow he is fouled.
Oh, on number 10.
And McDonald picks up his third personal with 0.5 seconds to go. And Louisiana can take the lead from the line with Isaac King going to the stripe. Monroe City arriving for that championship game. So King to the line to shoot a pair.
Wright City getting themselves in trouble, just silly mistakes.
King can't put the Bulldogs ahead on the first shot. But he does on the second. 0.5 seconds. Long shot. into Monroe City by Wright City. 29-28, the Bulldogs take a 1-point lead to the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime here in the third place game of the 22nd annual Clopton Invitational on thepeoplestribune.com.
Mary, you're glowing gold. I know. I joined the Fuel Rewards program and got rewarded with instant gold status at Shell.
And I save 5 cents a gallon on every fill every day.
5 cents a gallon? Wow.
And gold is all the rage this season.
Oh, yeah.
Get rewarded with instant gold status at Shell. Join the Fuel Rewards program now at fuelrewards.com/gold. Restrictions apply. Active gold status required. Introductory offer valid for 6 months after activation. Limit 20 gallons at participating Shell stations. See fuelrewards.com/gold for full details.
Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, Ryan V. Bibb and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
Family Health Pharmacies in Bowling Green and Louisiana offer more prescriptions under more insurance plans for less. That should make you feel better. Family Health Pharmacies is there to help you when you're not feeling your best. Great gift ideas and half-price greeting cards, too. 2 convenient locations to serve you. Bowling Green Pharmacy and Hearing Aid Center on the Square in Bowling Green and Family Drug, 301 Georgia in Louisiana. Family Health Pharmacies, just what the doctor ordered.
It's time for the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, we played 2 quarters of basketball here in the men's championship game at the Clopton Invitational, men's third place game of the Clopton Invitational. And thanks to that late free throw by Isaac King, the Bulldogs are ahead by a point after trailing by 4. Following the first 8 minutes. So a 5-point swing by the Bulldogs in that second quarter against a Wright City team that's very good. They can score points, but they also commit a lot of silly fouls.
Yes.
I mean, just ticky-tack stuff that they know is going to be called before they do it.
Right.
But, I mean, even Louisiana guilty of it a little bit in this ball game. But they sent the Bulldogs to the line 15 times in the first half. And Louisiana converted 12 of those. So
that's good.
That's pretty much the difference in this ball game.
Right.
Wright City only shot 6 free throws, and they're only hit 2 of them. So they haven't even made the most of the few opportunities that they've gotten from the free throw line through the first 2 quarters. So 29-28 is the lead. Bulldogs, I think if they stay disciplined and keep drawing those fouls, they're going to win this game easily. But I know that Coach Evans is telling his boys right now, just be smart out there.
Right.
Don't let them trap you into doing something silly.
I was saying, with 0.5 seconds left,
you just let the ball roll away. Let it roll away.
And then the one where you just grabbed him on the waist, it's just nonsense.
Yep. So that's why they have McDonald with 3 fouls and Bolin with 3 fouls. Simon and Roberts both have 2 fouls. There's a lot of fouls in that first half for Wright City. On the Louisiana side, they've spread theirs out evenly. Felderworth, Richards, Oberhaus, Francis all have 2 fouls each. So they've got to keep the reins on it a little bit, but they're not in too bad a shape. They just got to go that first 3-4 minutes without picking up their 3rd foul on any of their starters. We'll take a quick break, come back with the full first half scoring after this. It's the State Farm Insurance TribCast halftime on thepeoplestribune.com.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Cindy Blaylock will be there for you. 201 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Online at cindyblaylockagency.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
If you're in the market for New Holland Farm equipment, an Exmark mower, or Kinsey planter, see Bowling Green Tractor today. Bowling Green Tractor is celebrating their completely new state-of-the-art shop and newly remodeled showroom to service all your parts, service, and equipment needs. Call Bowling Green Tractor 324-3337 or stop by and check out the expanded shop. Wishing all our area teams the best of luck this year, Bowling Green Tractor.
Many of us look for ways to save energy, but be smart. Don't take safety shortcuts. Quiver River Electric Cooperative reminds you to use electricity safely and take it seriously. Never touch a downed power line. Always stay at least 10 feet away. Outdoors, look up for power lines and call 811 before you dig. Indoors, keep appliances away from water. Don't overload circuits or use damaged cords. A safety message from Quiver River Electric Cooperative, owned by those we serve.
This is Kim Gam, RN, Certified Diabetes Educator and Coordinator of the Pike County Diabetes Counseling Program. Diabetes self-management education is designed to help you understand the disease and learn to manage it. Our nationally recognized program provides quality education and covers all aspects of diabetes management from basic to advanced skills. For more information, contact the Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice at 573-324-2111.
The Pike County Health Department. Neighbors helping neighbors.
This is the State Farm Insurance TribCast Halftime, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agents Ramsey Dickerman in Vandalia, Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and Paul Schuchard in Bowling Green. Here to help life go right, State Farm is there.
We played 2 quarters here from the third place game of the Clopton Invitational. Let's check the scoring from Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford, AK and Kent Feeds, Astro DeKalb Seeds, Crop Insurance and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com as the Bulldogs come out of the locker room. We even have some Bobcats here. How about that? For Louisiana, they lead by 1 after 2 quarters. They've got 7 points from Michael Francis. 5 of those from the free throw line. 4 points for Dalton Oberhaus, 4 points for Zach Ellsworth, a point for Isaac King, 3 for Derek Richards, 4 for Remy Feldworth, and 6 points for Zach Harrison. Louisiana again 12 of 15 shooting free throws. 8 of their 16 rebounds from Derek Richards.
That's right. The second quarter, Louisiana really started out rebounding Wright City.
And that's the quarter that Nick Mullen was on the bench often.
That's right.
After picking up his 3rd foul. For Wright City, 3 points for David Liddell, 3 for Sean McDonald, 3 for Jack Simon, 4 points for J.J. McRoberts, 6 points for Nick Bolin, and 9 for Devon Holmes. Through the first 2 quarters, they're just 2 of 6 shooting free throws. They scored 17 points in the first quarter to lead the game by 4, and were outscored by Louisiana 16-11 in the second quarter to make this a 1-point game.
In the second quarter, Wright City turned the ball over 3 more times. In the first quarter, all their stats were even.
Second half start brought to you by LaCrosse Lumber Company. Everything you need to tip off your next improvement project at a location close to you. LaCrosse Lumber Company, getting the job done. I'm doing a Chuck Brandstetter halftime. No break, just go right into the third quarter off the Young Enterprises Incorporated scoring report.
Well, they only do 8 minutes down here rather than 10.
With it is Liddell to Holmes for 3. It's short, and the rebound pulled in by Richards. Derek slows the pace, gets past McDonald, gives it off to Michael Francis. Saw PJ down there. Saw Zach Richardson. A lot of recent Bulldogs hanging around for this third place game. Here's Richards. Backs up. Lobs it to Harrison. Tried to get it across the lane, and he's out of bounds. Back to the Wildcats with 7:15 to play in the third quarter. Near side, Liddell. Long 2 from McDonald. It's good. So McDonald with the first points of the second half and a 1-point lead for Wright City. They gave him a 3 for that? Oh, my goodness. That's terrible. He was well inside the line. They put 3 on the board. So a 2-point lead for Wright City. Back to Oberhaus. Over to the far side for Michael Francis. He thought about three, but Holmes got out on him quickly. Here's to Richards off the glass, no good. And coming out the far side with it is Jack Simon. Simon on the run, slows things up. Holmes to Simon. 6:15 to play in the third quarter. Here's Holmes. Then near side for Liddell. He'll take the tray. This one is from beyond the arc, but it doesn't go. And the rebound pulled in by Remy Feldworth. Kick it down low. Harrison too hard off the glass, and the rebound picked up by McDonald. By Bolin. And here's Holmes with it. Liddell pops a shot from just inside three, and it's picked up by Richards on the rebound. Derek all alone to the hoop and in. We're tied. Derek just 5 points in this third-place ball game. But we're tied at 31 with 5:22 to play. Derek picking up the defense. Ball tipped by Feldworth, and the ref gets in the way. It goes out of bounds. Who gets last touch? Remy. McDonald as McRoberts about to check back in. Here's Liddell. Knocked out of bounds by Remy Feldworth again. And that'll bring in J.J. McRoberts. And that means the exit of Nick Mullen. Here's Liddell with it to the near side for McRoberts. J.J. up top for Devon Holmes. Holmes runs into a double team. Can't hit. And Derek Richards the rebound for the Bulldogs. He comes out the near side with it. Goes far side for Francis. He'll take the three. That shot no good. J.J. the rebound for Wright City. Here's McRoberts. Long pass ahead for Liddell. Knocked to the corner and out of bounds. Still good defense by Zach Harrison. Taking that ball away. Sean McDonald kicks it back for Devon Holmes. Holmes to the near side for McRoberts. Up top for McDonald. Trying to hit a streaking Liddell. Shot's no good. And the rebound picked up by Harrison to Richards. Derek plays catch with Oberhaus. Puts up the long tray. No. Rebound picked up by Harrison. His putback is good. Zach Harrison has 8 points in this contest. Here's Holmes again with his Wildcats trailing by 2, and a foul going to be whistled on the floor. And it's going to be on Remy. So Remy picks up his third personal. Francis checks out, replaced by King. Remy out. Ellsworth back in. Bounce pass to McRoberts, goes to the floor, picked up by Simon to Liddell. Liddell over to McDonald on the far side, back. Now he'll go to his dribble. Now pop the three, way off the mark. Richards the rebound, another rebound to send the Bulldogs the other way to King. One too many passes. Ellsworth somehow came out of there with it, put up a shot, it was no good. And here comes McDonald. 1-on-4, he doesn't like those odds. Now turns around, kicks it back to Holmes. Holmes resets. Nothing good was going to come out of that possession, so we'll slow it down and start again. Here's Liddell back to Holmes, who scores. Devon Holmes gets into double figures with 11 points. 11 of the 33, so he's got a full third. Over to the far side for Ellsworth. Ellsworth to Harrison, who scores. Harrison with 10 points. Bulldogs back up 2. Monroe City getting ready for their ball game against Wellsville. Wellsville heading to the locker room now. Turnaround shot. That's no good. And Derek gets away from the contact from Simon and brings it up the floor. Going coast to coast, he'll score. He's got 7. 4 of them in this quarter. And we're down to 2-10. Biggest lead of the night for the Bulldogs at 4 points. They haven't had a lead that big since the opening 10 seconds. Here's Holmes over to Sean McDonald. Trying to find some room. Free throw line for Simon. Simon to the hoop, and a foul going to be whistled against Zach Harrison. That's his first. And the team's second here in the second half. Remy and Michael Francis come back in. Eric Richards takes a breather, as well as Zach Harrison. And they said the substitution was illegal until after the first shot. So we'll wait until after the shot. And he missed it. It's been a struggle for the Wildcats tonight. But they hit that one. Simon has 4 points. He is 2 of 4 from the free throw line. 37-34, minute 40 to go in the third. Here's Michael Francis for the Bulldogs. Drops it off for Oberhaus. Now to Remy, back to Oberhaus. Ball knocked away from him momentarily. Gets away from McRoberts and sends it back to Francis to reset. Michael to Dalton Oberhaus again. Oberhaus through the lane. Gets it to go home. 6 points for Oberhaus. And Derek Richards getting ready to check back in, as well as Zach Harrison. 39-34. Louisiana leads. Minute to go in the third, and a foul going to be whistled on Zach Ellsworth, his first. Team's third here in the second half. Holmes to inbound. McDonald shot up. It's short. And Richards another rebound. So Oberhaus back to Richards. Up top to Michael Francis. They're going to slow down. Final 45 seconds of the third quarter. Trying to add to a 5-point lead, and we have a foul whistled. Liddell going to be whistled for his second personal. Michael has his pass rejected. Over to the far side, Richards for 3. That one's good. He splashes it home. And it's a 9-point Louisiana lead after that tray from Derek Richards. 30 seconds to go in the third. Near side, McRoberts for 3. That rims out, and on the rebound, we're going to have a push. And that is on Liddell. His third back-to-back fouls on David Liddell. Billy Pohl back in, as well as the big man Bolin. Seems like everybody's got 3 fouls on that side, though. Eight-point lead for the Bulldogs. 13, and we're going to have a foul whistled against Remy Feldworth, I think. Gives the possession away and commits his 4th personal. Oberhaus comes in for Remy. They've gotten into his head a little bit, I think. So a chance to get a little closer for Wright City before the end of the quarter. 10, now down to 8. It's a Pole up top. McRoberts over to the far side for Holmes. Holmes at the buzzer, no. And we head to the fourth with the Bulldogs up 8. 42-34 here in this men's third place game from the Clopton Invitational, presented on TribCast by the Clopton Hawks Booster Club. We'll be back with the fourth after this.
Well, we're still catching every game, just a lot more from home than here in the stands, huh?
Yeah, and when we do get to go, Dad says we got to bring our own peanuts and stuff.
Looking for some extra ticket money this season? Let a State Farm agent do a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on car insurance.
We'll always be there for this team, even when we can't actually be here.
Agent Ramsey Dickerman will be there at 503 West Highway 54 in Vandalia. Online at RamseyDickerman.com.
State Farm is there. Discounts may vary state to state.
No matter which team you're rooting for, Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford hopes all our area teams have a wonderful and successful season. Young Enterprise features A-Key and Kent Feeds, Asgrow and DeKalb Seeds, RCIS Crop Insurance, fertilizer, chemicals, interstate batteries, and more. Visit online at youngenterprisesinc.com for more information. Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford.
Get a check of the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. 13-6 corner for the Bulldogs to extend that lead to 42-34 after leading by just 1 at the half. They've got 10 points now from Derek Richards, 10 from Zach Harrison, 7 from Michael Francis, 6 for Dalton Oberhaus, 4 points each for Ellsworth and Felderworth, and 1 point for Isaac King. That was the difference maker there at halftime, was that one free throw by King. On the other side of the ledger, the Wright City side, as Richards goes to the hoop and a blocking foul whistle. That'll give us a chance to go through this scoring. 4 points for J.J. McRoberts, 3 for David Liddell, 4 for Jack Simon, 6 points for Nick Bolin, 11 for their leading scorer, Devon Holmes. 1 of 2 shooting free throws in the third quarter, 3 of 7 in the game. Louisiana did not score from the free throw line in that third quarter and missed to start the fourth, as Richards goes to the line for the first time tonight. So Louisiana still 12 of 16 from the line. He gets the second one to fall. So he is now the leading scorer for the Bulldogs with 11 and ties Holmes for the most points by a player in the game. Here's a shot, short. Rebound to Oberhaus. Long rebound. Here's Dalton to the hoop. Can't get it to fall, and then he ties up the big man Bolin. It's going to go to Wright City with 7:25 to play in the fourth. We will not have the championship game on TribCast. Monroe City taking on Wellsville. We'll let you know what happened. Some of the Silex players, Silex Lady Owls, coming in to watch that last game. Near side, 3 ball is good for David Liddell. His second tray to fall tonight. He's got 6 points. That tightens things up a little bit. 6-point game with 7 to play. So a minute gone here in the fourth. Here's Michael Francis. Back for Zach Harrison. He's got 10 points to Isaac King. Now to Michael. Now to Derek Richards. Almost fouled by Liddell. Now comes near side with it. Good pass to Harrison. He cut it too fine off the glass, and here's Liddell off the rebound. Stops at center court. Comes near side to Sean McDonald. McDonald got it back to McRoberts. Stolen away by Michael Francis. Couple of good crossovers. Gets him across the line. Now he gets it to Derek Richards. Back to Michael Francis. Francis for 3. That one's good. Michael Francis makes it a 9-point advantage and gets himself into double figures with 10 points. 46-37 Bulldog lead. Here's Devon Holmes. Holmes to the near side for McDonald, down for McRoberts. JJ, and he traveled. J.J. McRoberts called for the travel. Back to the Bulldogs, 5:57 to play. Remy back in with 4 fouls, replacing Zach Harrison. Derek Richards across the center stripe for Louisiana. To the far side for Isaac King. King, free throw line, drives the lane and scores. Isaac King makes it an 11-point Bulldog lead. He's got 3 points. Bulldogs starting to separate themselves now. Shot, no good. And a foul on Ellsworth, I believe. Yep, his second. Clopton tournament final night here for 2018, and the shot is good for Liddell. Pulls Wright City within 10. Gives him 7 points. Too long on that one, and Oberhaus the rebound for the Bulldogs. Over to Richards. Clock running down to 5:15. Three ball. That one rims out. On the rebound, we're going to have a push against the Bulldogs, and I think that's it for Remy Feldworth. Yep, he's done. So Remington Feldworth is fouled out of the ball game with 5:11 to go. Finishes the night with 4 points and a timeout taken by Coach Evans and the Wildcats. 5:05 to play, 48-38. Bulldogs lead on TribCast.
Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out tough building projects. Bowling Green Ready Mix for all your concrete and concrete supplies, and the only plant locally owned and operated. And Kearns Construction for new homes, remodeling jobs, repair work, and even snow removal. Just call 324-3433 and let the friendly, knowledgeable staff at Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction Company go to work for you.
Serving our area for almost a century and a half, La Crosse Lumber Company has always offered quality building materials and hardware supplies at reasonable prices and still does today. Believing a satisfied customer is a repeat customer, La Crosse Lumber Company features free estimates, free delivery, and blueprint services available too. La Crosse Lumber proudly offers Owens Corning insulation and the top products in the industry. In Bowling Green, Louisiana, Clarksville, Vandalia, and beyond, or visit now at lacrosselumber.com.
Off the rebound from the McRoberts miss, Bulldogs knock it out. So the Wildcats have another chance here to get this under 10 points. Bulldogs lead it 48-38. Here's Liddell. His shot's long, and the rebound picked up by Isaac King for Louisiana. Back to Richards, and Derrick across the stripe with it. 4:40 to play, nearing that midway point of the final quarter. Where you want to have a double-digit lead. Here's Richards again to Harrison. Zach back to Derrick. Kicks it into Harrison again, and taken away by Devon Holmes. Holmes says he's 6'2", looks taller than that, maybe 6'4". Here's Liddell. Looking at that pick from McDonald. Sean will put up the weird approach to a three. And here's Richards back the other way. He can't hit, but will head to the line to shoot a pair. And that's it for Sean McDonald. He fouls out with 4:01 to play. Finishes his night with 6 points. And Derrick back to the line. He was 1 of 2 a moment ago. First shot short. He missed the first half last time. Still has 11 points. And the second shot is good. 11-point lead, timeout on the floor. 4:01 to play, midway point of the fourth here on TribCast.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours, and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Deb Olson. Our pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all of your banking needs. Stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the banking difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon reminds you that tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, do your part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition. A message from the Law Office of Briscoe and Brandon. The choice of a lawyer is an important one and should not be based upon advertisements alone.
Fourth quarter here from the Clopton Invitational, brought to you on the peoplestribune.com by the Clopton Hawks Booster Club. 48-38, our score. Third place game for the men. And they're going to try and save some clock here. Not pick it up till half court. Here's McRoberts with it. To Devon Holmes. Wright City trails by 11 to Liddell. Working against Ellsworth. Zach. The defense pays off. And the rebound pulled in by Oberhaus to Richards. He gets across the line. To the near side for Zach Ellsworth. Ellsworth back up top. Oberhaus for three. That one is good. Dalton Oberhaus. He's got 9 points. Bulldogs have spread it out tonight. Long three, and that one's short. The rebound picked up, put back by Simon is good. He's got 6. Lead is 12 for Louisiana. Here's Richards to the hoop and in. He's got 4 in the quarter, 14 in the game. To McRoberts. JJ lost it to the floor, picked up by Richards, and he's fouled. And how's that not intentional? Third foul on JJ, and that'll send Richards to the line for a 1-and-1. Billy Pohl back in. McRoberts out. So one shot to earn the second. Nope, not this time. That was only their 15th foul. It's Louisiana that's committed 8. So Richards brings it up the floor and can run a little more clock. Francis back to Derek. Kicks it to Isaac King for the tray, and that's short. But Richards gets the rebound. Derek out the back way with it. To Michael Francis. Has Oberhaus to his right. And that's where he'll go with it. To Derek Richards. Burning clock here. Down to 2:17 remaining in the fourth. Oberhaus kicks it into the corner. To Harrison, now to Francis. To Richards. Back to Harrison. To Oberhaus. He'll take the shot. Short. Rebound off the hands of Harrison. Back to Wright City. 1:58 remaining in this third place contest. Up the floor with it is Pohl. Pohl off the fingertips of Liddell. And we're going to have a foul on Richards. That's his third. Everybody found that call pretty funny. And another foul on Richards. That's his fourth. Minute 51 to go. And a 1-1 coming for Liddell. He's 1 of 2, but he hits that one. Makes it a 13-point Louisiana lead. And the second shot is in and out. And the rebound picked up by Zach Harrison. 54-41. Minute 42 to go. They're going to burn a lot more clock if they can on this possession. Here's Isaac King. Try to work it inside. It's knocked out. We'll stay with the Bulldogs. Minute 36 remains. Monroe City and Wellsville for the championship. That game won't be televised. Here's Harrison off the glass and in. Zach Harrison. He's got 12. That shot no good for Devon Holmes. And here comes Derek again. Richards. To Michael Francis. He's fouled by Liddell. That's his 4th. The next one will be a 1-1. And into the ball game comes Ricky McDonald. They've got 6 men out there. It'll be Boland taking a seat. Francis to Derek and Richards. Down to a minute and 10, and he's fouled. And that'll be David Liddell's 5th foul. Minute 7. And Richards puts up the shot and scores. 15 points. He's the game's top scorer. And the second shot, no good. He's been about 50% from the line tonight. In fact, exactly 50% from the line. 3 of 6. Ball goes to the floor. Richards comes up with the steal, and here comes Isaac King. And he's fouled by Billy Pohl. And we'll head to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So Isaac, 1 of 2 from the line, will have an opportunity here with the 1-and-1. And the shot's good. Earns the second. And he's 2 of 3 from the line so far tonight. Lead continues to grow. But not on that shot. McRoberts the rebound. We've got changes coming for the Bulldogs as Tyler Pedersen getting ready to check in, as well as Matthew Harrison and his ponytail. That shot no good. Derek Richards fouled on the rebound by Billy Pohl. With 39.9 seconds to go. Louisiana going to win 3rd place. Into the ball game, Tyler Hopkins as well. As both Oberhaus and Harrison check out. That'd be Zach Harrison, replaced by Matthew Harrison. And the shot is good. So Richards, another point. 16 on the night. Make it 17. And that'll be it for Derek Richards. He checks out for the final time in this tournament. So the only starter out there is Michael Francis. That shot for Pohl is no good. Rebound is good. Billy Pohl. Now a steal, and here's Holmes for 3, no good. Put back, no good as well. Another rebound. Here's McDonald. Ricky's shot no good. Ball almost stolen, but a foul going to be whistled. That'll send Tyler Hopkins to the line, and that's the 3rd straight foul on Billy Pohl. 14 seconds to go. I never put that last shot on there from Richards onto the scoreboard, so it's 60-43. And Hopkins' shot is good. Rattles home. So he's in the book. And a big hand for Tyler Hopkins. 61-43. And the next, that's no good. So 1 of 2 is Hopkins. Back the other way, 10 seconds to go, and off the glass and in is Jack Simon. He's got 8 points. 2, 1, and Louisiana has won third place at the 22nd Annual Clopton Invitational. Took an effort, good second half effort, as they led by only 1 after the first 16 minutes. But they get it done, beat a very much improved Wright City team to take third place in this tournament. We'll be back with the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame after this on thepeoplestribune.com.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. But with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Louisiana, Bowling Green, and Clopton schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Ryan Pitzer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. We are at work while your athletes are at play.
Hi, this is Christine Rutherford of People's Bank and Trust in Bowling Green. At People's Bank and Trust, we don't think our responsibility to the community should end when we leave the bank each day. You see, at our community bank, we volunteer for many charitable organizations and civic activities, as well as cheer on our hometown teams. Pride in our community is important to us here at People's Bank and Trust. Come see us at one of our convenient locations, Bowling Green, Troy, Hawk Point, Winfield, O'Fallon, or Ellsbury. Hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
It's time for the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame, brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
Welcome back inside the Dale Miller Gymnasium and the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame. Louisiana wins third place here at the tournament, defeating Wright City by a final of 61-43. And we'll get our Community State Bank TribCast Player of the Game up here, as well as Coach Smith in the next couple of minutes. But a really good second half effort. This game, Louisiana trailed by 4 after 1, led by 1 at the half, led 42-34 after 3, and a 19-11 fourth quarter really propelled this thing to victory. Let's get a final check of the scoring with Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Aki and Ken Feeds, Ask-Grown DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. For the Wildcats, 17 points in the first quarter, 11 in the second, 6 in the third, and 11 in the fourth. It spreads out like this: 2 points for Billy Pohl, 4 for J.J. McRoberts, 6 points each for Nick Boland, who didn't have one after the first quarter, and Sean McDonald, he had 6. 8 points for Jack Simon. Their only player in double figures with 11 points is Devon Holmes, and he didn't have one in the fourth as Louisiana ran away in that final frame. For the Bulldogs, they had 3 players in double figures tonight. We'll get to them in a second. 4 points each for Remy Feldworth, who fouled out 3 minutes into the fourth. Isaac King had 4, and Zach Ellsworth had 4. 9-point night for Dalton Oberhaus. And 10 points for Michael Francis, 12 points for Zach Harrison, 17 for Derek Richards. And, he had a really big second half, all but 3. So 14 points came after halftime for Derek Richards as he turned it on and propelled Louisiana to this third-place trophy.
Indeed.
Our check of the scoring brought to you by Young Enterprises Incorporated of New Hartford. Aki and Ken Feeds, Ask-Grown DeKalb Seeds, crop insurance, and more at YoungEnterprisesInc.com. We'll take a quick break, come back in just a couple of minutes with more of the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame on thepeoplestribune.com.
TribCast coverage of high school basketball is brought to you in part by Spring Valley Accounting Services, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, the Bowling Green Bobcat Booster Club, Cole Chiropractic Center, and by Dieter Sign Company and T-Shirt Shop.
Hayden's Motorsports Center, Penrod Real Estate, Bowling Green Lumber Company, Airco Convenience Centers, Pike County Title Company, and by Mid-America Auto and Towing. More high school basketball is coming up. This is TribCast.
Dude, you look different.
Well, my body is glowing gold.
No, it's not that. Did you get a new shirt?
No, I joined the Fuel Rewards program at Shell and got instant gold status. I save 5 cents a gallon on every fill every day.
No, did you lose weight?
Get rewarded with instant gold status at Shell. Join the Fuel Rewards program now at fuelrewards.com/gold. Restrictions apply. Active gold status required. Introductory offer valid for 6 months after activation. Limit 20 gallons at participating Shell stations. See fuelrewards.com/gold for full details.
Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
The Bibb Beach Funeral Homes, LLC of Bowling Green and Silex are committed to offering sincere and caring service in your time of need. Family owned and operated since 1946, Ryan V. Bibb and Lori Smith know how important a personal touch can be. Their goal is compassionate service with dignity and respect, uplifting and comforting. Bibb Beach Funeral Homes will help you celebrate the life of your loved one. Visit online at bibbbeach.com or call 324-2211 in Bowling Green or 384-5555 in Silex for more information.
This is the Bowling Green Ready Mix TribCast postgame, brought to you by Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, your high-quality 1-2 punch to knock out building projects.
Well, you've seen him there for the last couple seconds. Derek Richards, our Community State Bank TribCast player of the game, 17 points tonight, but it was more about the rebounding. You were all over the defensive glass tonight. It seemed like whenever there was a scrum, you came out the backside with that ball. It was a good rebound for you guys from the semifinal to come back and get some hardware at this tournament.
Yeah, this is our second third place game that we've won. We feel like we should be in the championship game, but everyone has their bad games, and it ended up being our game.
And Monroe City Wellsville rather, has played really well in this tournament, so I wouldn't feel too bad about that loss or think about it, because they took out a couple of higher seeds to get into that championship game. Wright City, they played you really well in the first half. A lot of fouls, but they kept it close. We're leading by 4 after 1. You guys got that back, and Isaac's free throw there right before the half put you guys ahead by a point. What was the difference between the first half and the second half?
We rebounded harder in the second half. Everyone would box out. My man just stays back, and I run in for the rebound. But we got to work on hitting free throws. We got to the rim a lot more in the second half than the first half, and that's what Coach told us at halftime.
Well, you guys were 12 of 15 in the first half shooting free throws. That's about 75%. Didn't shoot any in the third quarter. You're running about 50% there in the fourth, but they gave you a lot of opportunities. So 50% of a lot is pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on this one. Another tournament trophy, and you guys now are 2 games over 500 on the season. You got Mike back, so you got to feel pretty good coming into the second half of the season.
We got to get our chemistry together. We got all our players back, and we're just trying to build it up.
Well, congratulations on the win. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
That's Derek Richards, 17 points tonight, and leads the Bulldogs to victory in this third-place game. I wiped them off a little bit there for you, Coach. Dried them off a little bit for you, but a good bounce-back game, I thought, after Wellsville did such a good job slowing you guys down the other night.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in practice the other day, and, I mean, I kind of got after them a little bit about playing hard, and they responded tonight, so that was good.
Well, I thought Coach Lastman, give him credit, did a good game plan against you guys. But Wright City, they seem to have that going on in the first half as well. They led by a couple points after the first quarter. You guys tied it up, took the lead. They were taking some silly fouls, and you guys were able to take advantage of that with some pretty good free throw shooting tonight.
Yeah, well, it's about time we shot them good, because we sure didn't shoot them good the other night.
Yeah. So now the second half, you guys pull away, including that 19-11 fourth quarter. What did you change in the second half? What did you say to the guys?
Well, I just told them we got to stay after it. I mean, I think we had like 8 or 9 turnovers in the first half, and those are shots that we got to get. I thought Remy Feldworth brought a ton of effort. We didn't have him the second night against Wellsville, so there's a little bit. Our bench was a little short, but
I thought they just played hard. They competed. I was real happy with some of the guys that don't start. They came in and gave us a lot of energy, so that was good.
Any predictions for the game about to happen?
Well, I mean, Monroe City's really good. They got a lot of guys that are good. I think if Monroe probably picks them up and gets after them a little bit and throws a lot of bodies at them, they might be, but they do a good job. Wellsville's a nice team, got some good players. So.
Yep. They're Cinderellas so far of this tournament. Well, congratulations, Coach, and we'll see you again soon.
Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
That's Coach Matt Smith here after his Bulldogs win this one 61-43. And I think he picked Monroe in the championship game. I think that's what he just said, but I'm not positive. If I picked up what he was putting down, he thinks Monroe is going to do a pretty good job against a team that his team had trouble with in Wellsville. So our final in this one, 61-43, and that wraps up our coverage of the 22nd annual Clopton Invitational. We will not have the championship game. None of our teams in it this year. That's kind of sad. So a lot of work put into this week. We thank Chuck for dragging himself away from the house project to help out this week, and I'm sure we'll see more Chuck Brandstetter here in the second half of the season as we get closer to the districts, and of course we still have Bowling Green tournament. We're going to work Chuck that week.
Oh yeah.
April, thank you for all the help you've had up here in the booth and taking pictures down on the floor, and we wrap it up for another Clopton Invitational. 22 in the books, and a lot of those right here on TribCast. Our coverage brought to you in part this year by the Clopton Hawks Booster Club. We'll see you next week for more basketball here on thepeoplestribune.com. Good night, everybody.